Everything. Okay. Mike's now. Okay. How about now? All right. I have no microphone. You can hear me? Oh. Interesting. For some reason it's not registering my mic. Me, anyways, but it sounds like you guys can hear me. Okay. Well, I have so many mouse problems that, I'm sorry, mic problems with this thing. Figures. Well, as long as you guys can hear me, that means YouTube hopefully can as well. So, yeah. Hey, welcome back, guys. So, we're back in the JEI world. Today we're going to carve a pumpkin. I'm almost done filling it up. I've been working on it all day. Automating the concrete powder was a lifesaver. I've been slammed doing the other job today. Being able to just come back when I had a break and there'd be 20,000 ready to go. Very helpful. So right now we've got all this extra. I'm not going this high. I'm cleaning up what we've put here, what I put here. You guys didn't do it. What I've put here, so I can reuse the stuff above this, because we made this too high. The pumpkin was going to be way too tall. I know I'm missing some things in chat. Hello, everybody. I promise I will catch up here in just a minute. I'm also still eating my dinner, so I apologize again. When I get off the other job, I have about 20 minutes to get everything ready, eat, and then stream. So I will try to eat quickly so you do not have to watch me fill my fluffy face. Minecraft speedrun attempt. 25 minutes in. Go there. Start to go through. I decided to go check out the other village nearby. Game lagged or something. Oh, that's not good. I recommend not legging your game. Stay tuned for more tips from Onlydraven. Today, I am eating shredded braised beef with mashed cauliflower and about 2 cows worth of cheese. I eat mashed cauliflower because it's healthier, and for someone like myself who tries to live a relatively low carb diet as much as possible, which I'm not good at lately. It's a very good substitute for potatoes. Now, I say this with a bag of potato chips sitting next to me, that I still eat potatoes, but when I can, subbing it out is a good idea. And I mentioned a few weeks back, I had these new bowls that I'd found from a company that I eat a lot of their stuff. And they had like a lasagna bowl where instead of noodles, it's actually really thin cut pieces of chicken. Which is delicious. That's why I like them. They replace the breads and they make enchiladas, but instead of wrapping it in a tortilla, they wrap it in chicken. So they have a lot of really good food, low carb, high protein. So. And now that I am going back to the gym again, I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful about eat. Let's see. See if I can catch up with chat here. So what are you doing? Today we're working on the pumpkin, maybe another JEI page. Bacon donut, no! Sad one. Whenever I have to kill Darkosta or Bacon Donut, it hurts my heart. Without them, I wouldn't have had a channel. But I slay them out of respect. Wouldn't want these imposters running around. Hey, Jim, what's up? Big Inferior Farm, very good. Well, no. I'm gonna go so fast I can't pick stuff up. And off top level. Quick. Then once I get this top level, then I'm gonna vein mine the stuff that you see above me there. As you can see, mobs have been an issue today. I'm not in the mood to light everything up because I'm just going to have to get rid of the lights later. But I feel like I may not have a choice here in a minute. All these guys together can't kill me. I worry about creepers blowing this up. Because I've had a couple creeper explosions already. Irritating. Maybe I will go sleep. Let's see what we got here. Another. Interesting. The building tool, potentially later. I will think, yeah, try to jump on that. What else? Oh, I came here to sleep. That's right. I so rarely sleep. I don't remember how it works. Where's Gertrude? Uh-oh. Hopefully she's just invisible again. He's awfully quiet. May have finally despawned. Oops, one too high. Yeah, the mobs are more irritating than anything else. Like there's not a mob that can spawn that can kill me, but creepers can cause damage, and that's just more irritating than anything. Let's see, looking for your first job. Well, Quentin, I hope you find it. May I recommend pizza places? Lots of perks. Fun job. Dough fights. I don't think I need to say anything beyond that. Dough fights. I think that just automatically explains my position. Dough fights. Just saying. Something to keep in mind. Don't like the party pickaxe. Sometimes the party pickaxe is insane. And I say that in the fact that it breaks things too quickly. And when I use a party pickaxe, I'm always breaking stuff I don't want to break as well, and then I have to fix it. So it's just slowing me back down to the same speed as using another pickaxe anyways, because I got to fix all the stuff I damaged with the party pickaxe. So I do not use the party pickaxe. I don't like it. The Paxel, the Supremium pickaxe, which I do use, itself is very often breaks some things too fast for my liking. Excellent, Braden. Thank you very much for the sub. Yeah, even this Paxel sometimes is too fast. I don't want to break the stuff around it. If I was going to just destroy this whole block, it'd be different. But I'm just getting rid of this top layer. Alright. Way, because it's not it. Source of these bricks. All right. I just had to make sure there was nothing connecting this to the base, so I didn't lose the whole pumpkin. It's not completely filled yet, but this stuff I'm getting here should be enough to do it, to be honest. Come to me. Oh, I did bring a charger over here for the building gadget. It's mostly full. I've just got this little window of death that I have to fill out. Then we can start carving the pumpkin, which I'm excited for. All right. Too young. Gotcha. No. I named Gertrude. Gertrude had been named with a name tag I did that very early on. But she hadn't despawned at least up to this point. She does go invisible every while and then come back, but Solium Dagger, yes. I have to see something. Oh, it disappeared. There was a mob with a visual effect I'd never seen before. Then he disappeared as I... Dang it. Gone too far. Is the orange concrete worth it? I'm doing it purely for the color and the texture. I'm doing it specifically for that. I'm not... The physical of it is unimportant to me. Like it's... Oh, Christ. Almost done. This should be almost done. I got another 4,000 unchiseled. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that was all of it. Okay. Grab this now. This will kill most of the mobs as I slowly eat them up with my wall. We'll destroy them. The handy bag. Not offhand. I know I've made it, but I don't remember anything about it off the top of my head. I don't know if I did a tutorial on that. Doesn't sound familiar. What's up, Angry Enderman? You're about to have a... Oops. Yes, we hit 14K on Thursday. It was pretty awesome. Farm. If this is enough. Cool. I missed that. Little turd. Sorry, you're messing with things beyond your comfort. Whoops, who shot me? Okay. Everything. Here we have a big old orange cube. Hope it's all you ever dreamed of. Messes. All right. Let's make a game plan. Anything I don't know. All right. Let's see. Is the auto orange concrete? Yes, 1,000,000%. Because today I had my computer running for 6 hours while I was doing the other job. And on breaks, I would jump over and do a bunch of the pumpkin. And every time I would, 15, 20,000 of concrete would be ready for me. And I'd use it till it was gone. Come back an hour or so later, be ready to go again. So it definitely helped big time. Gertrude gets crazy with me. Best way to get Android legendary items. You get them from a mob farm, though. Naturally, farming ones have a chance of dropping it. These are all legendary. All of these came from my mob farm. So, just using a standard mob farm with standard drops, you really don't have to do anything special. I don't ever make special spawners, really. I just let the farm the average stuff, and then you get a bunch of stuff you need in the long run. Plus, get good ender pearls in there. Wall consumes all mobs. It does. It does. What's this bag called again? What'd you call it? Handy bag? That sounds. I think you're just trying to get me to say things inappropriate, person. A handy bag, or the large handy. Let's make one. Okay, maybe not. What do I need? Ender rope. Here's a handy bag. That confusing. Ah, I remember it now. I hate working with the memory cards. Yeah, I remember the bag now. Yeah, I have seen them in the past. Yeah, I've built them in the past and fiddled with them, but I didn't like them too much. They weren't bad. They weren't for me. Yeah, mob farm. Just random mobs will spawn. But androids will spawn in pretty much every biome that I know of. So, you'll get them along with everything else, as well as Enderman. An early game for me, getting the Ender Pearls is probably the best thing about this. Right. Orange Cube, I'm coming to your house and force feeding you whiskey. So it's a regular day then, you're telling me. All right. Let's see. All right, so we need to carve pumpkin. We need to round it out. We're gonna go there. We're gonna do that. I'm in here to make sure there's nothing in it. Well, it's dark again. Let me sleep before they go crazy. No Gertrude. Looks like we lost Gertrude. That's a sad day, man. Gertrude's with us since the beginning. I'm going to assume it was some type of abandonment, and probably her fault. I mean, I'm delectable. Who would not want to stay with this? All right. So, I was wondering why I was having problems with run. I forgot. Concrete doubles your speed when you run up. Concrete is very fast. Fun to run on, though. All right. So, obviously, this is not important. Well, no, leave the floating block where it is. Floating block tells me where the middle is, and that's important. All right. All right. My thought is now I'm going to start carving the edges and rounding it out. Not sure how well that. G'day, Ron. I feel like I've done this in the worst way possible. I was halfway through when I realized a much easier way to do this. But it would have meant destroying everything I'd already done before. I have to take off each corner. Take off a decent amount of the corner. Basically, I need to make this top round as I want it to be, and then spread outwards. So I have an idea to make that work. I don't know if it'll work, but we're going to try. It'll be a little more round than I want, but it should still feasibly. Oh, forgot a chisel. Thinking of so hard to see the orange on orange. I feel like I should use a different one. My thought is this will make a round thing when you don't have enough to do a square. But I'm feeling that that's going to have to somehow naturally draw a circle. I've never succeeded in. Pumpkin needs to be. I have absolutely no idea how to make this into a circle now. Deep mob learning is the easiest way to get them. But it requires you already have enough to kill 10, 8 was it 6 or 8 withers? Whoops. What is there that makes a circle? What is it that places items in a circle automatically? Either is. I don't think there. Yeah, I can still never make that work because I don't want it to be a pure circle. I want it to be an oval. I want the pumpkin to be not round, but like, squat. I guess I should have started more in the middle. Middle is going to. There's the middle. No, unfortunately, the destroying gadget destroys in blocks. So it goes in squares, not circles. Not going to work. Squat. Not horrible. That's, I guess, kind of what I'm looking for. Oop. I don't know. Clean up my mess. Extra bobs and bits lying around will cause lag. No need for that. I also have to somehow round it going this way. Because the bottom will also need to do it to some degree, but not as much. The bottom can be a little more flat. But right, the bottom should be flatter than the jack-o'-lantern in my garden is square. That's jack-o'-lantern in the garden will not help me make a round one. It's a square block. So. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to round this one here. I need to find. Whoop. A little bit. That's actually not that bad. It's a little more square than I want it to be, but that's actually not horrible. Bring that down one. Pop that up one. And I can still round off the corners. Obviously, the top part, the top right-hand corner, and down here, I could round this a little more. This does not have to be quite as chunky as I made it. Round off the corners a little. The worst part is now I do have to round this. Then I have to go on this side and round it, and then start bringing the two in together. So that way where they hit is where I lose the corners. So, you know, there's that. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3 on the Or back. Again. Like I said, this is just a base shape. I can clearly round it up more as we're going. This. Yeah, I mean, it's approximately the shape I want it to be. Be carving a bunch of this stuff out of it, obviously. Now I have to do the exact same thing on this side. Then I have to basically go in with them, clear out everything where the lines don't touch. Then it's a matter of rounding it out. It'll still be cubish, but then it's a matter of just kind of angling it out a little bit. So there's that. Hard part is now I have to find the middle. You know what I'm going to need? I'm going to need a bed. Because there's just too many things over here that want to kill me. Even though I'm me. And that's just heavenly. Floaty block. Gonna make me do two. Really? It will not let me put this down. I guess floaty blocks don't count. Okay. Yeah, that works. Hang on a second, I gotta get rid of something. Man, my throat. I talked a lot today. We were very busy. So, I apologize. No. Man, everything is going crazy for me over here today. I'm having all sorts of crazy computer glitches. Now to see if I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. I do not. I was on the bed. What a horrible place for a creeper. The fires, they burn. Now, the worst part is I got to count now because I don't know where the middle of this dang thing. Okay. I don't remember how many. You know what? This is... Three to four. 30. Okay, that's not that bad. Yeah. One to two to three to four to five to six to seven to 8 to 9 30. That's our middle. Looks kind of middly. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's the middle. All right, good deal. Break it and pick it back up again. Be my experience. Now, a lot of that stuff will break it and you'll have to use the parts to rebuild it. But if something's not working and needs reset, break it and pick it up again. Oh, if you don't want a single enchantment, it shows. You have to buy one of them and put it on something else. It just doesn't let you keep cycle through until you find something you'd like. breaking it should reset it, or the other option is you can blow an enchantment on just a trash piece of gear to get it to reset. Sorry, I need some chips. Chips are imperative. Most of the enchantment to give are horrible. Alright. So I came down 3. Right? No, I came down 4. And then 1, 2, 5, 3, 5. Pretty even. 5, 5. So 5 3 times and then 3 more times plus the beginning, or 3 more. Okay. 2. So, today was Monday, right? Anybody do anything cool on their Monday? So hard to do something cool on Monday. Monday just sucks the joy out of life. I did 5, 5, 5, 1, 5, 4. Opposite. Or stop there because I know. All right, so down here, let's see how we did this one. Starting block at a 2, 8, 8. Enough. Wait, did I start 1 up from the bottom? Thank you, Night Slasher 28, for your sub. I appreciate it. Wyatt, yes, it is one of the rarer ones to get, but it's also one of the only enchantments that has a recipe. You can actually make it. If you do a search for Silk Touch, it's one of the only enchantment books you can actually make automatically. Need a book, gold, and spiderweb. That's it. You'll need 4 gold and 32 spiderweb. But you can make that one, yeah. I think they understood exactly how important it was going to be. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, okay, listen. We know that's got to happen. I am eating cheddar and sour cream Lay's today. Normally, I prefer Ruffle chips. Not brand. I'm like chips that are, ridged and they're sturdier. I like that. They're a bit more crunch to them, I feel. But for some reason, the cheddar and sour cream that aren't ridged taste better than the ones that are. Can't understand it. I kind of feel like there's more powder on it, like more flavoring, you know? That's, you know. How do you recharge your battery? You have to actually build a charging station. It's a matter overdrive thing, and normally I recommend building that before becoming the Android. But once you do build it, you'll want to add some range upgrades to it pretty quickly. Because it does not charge very far. You've got to be pretty close to it on the base settings. I did 3, 4, then this one. Worried this is not lining up correctly. Yeah, that's going right down to the edge of that. Let's do that. Didn't. See what I mean? Look at this. 7, 8, and then it was 1 over. This worries me. Let me count that again and make sure I did that. Right, 8, 8. 8, and then 1 more over should be it. Wait a minute. Dang it! I don't understand why this isn't mathematically working out. It's just completely wrong somehow, and I don't know why. 5, 4, 3, 3, 3. Somewhere I messed up. Five, 1 on it. It's exactly the same. I don't understand it. My level of frustration is horrendous right now. I have 6. Something's off. Something's very off, and I don't know what it is. I'm wearing Supremium Armor. Supremium Armor gives you creative flight. Glitch Armor will also do that. Count them. 1. $29. Is that possible? $31. I'm 1 off center at the top. Son of a bitch. Oh, me. I'm 1 off center. Still doesn't explain why it works on one side, not on the other, though. 55553. That's 543345. That's correct. The reason it's not lining up is because the other side, I did not do the top of the center. What happens if I do it down? 3, 3, 1, 4. This works out correct. That's how it should be. This side's off center, which means I have to completely redo it. Man, that's a level of frustration I hadn't expected to do today. All right. I don't even know I'm carving that. This is one too far to the right. Now the cube's the right side. On this first side, I didn't start in the middle. On the bottom I did, but at the top I was one too far to the right. So this top half is, there's 29 on this side and 31 on this side. That's the problem. I need to move everything over by 1. That should go 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3. Before it was paused, well played, Turtle. Well played indeed, my friend. Some of that. That's going to be the easiest way to do this right. The bottom is right. It's just the top that was wrong. Then I come down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4. 1, 3, 2. Four. Still not adding up. 8. That now it adds up. That's how it is on the other side. Okay. Wither skeleton spawn egg. You use a cotton swab on a wither, then add it to chicken feed and feed it to a chicken. 5, 5, 5, 3, 3. If you go to the bottom of the farming tab, these 3 advancements down here walk you through how to get any spawn egg. Just do those in order, and that will give you the spawn egg of anything you can get the DNA from. You have to make it. It gives you the recipe in that advancement. Hey, Dr. Law. Sorry, man. I'm trying to count a whole lot, and I know I'm missing a lot of stuff in chat. I apologize Guys, when I'm doing a lot of counting, and I chat, I mess things up. So I can get this basic thing down going just a little bit slow. I have to do this on all 4 sides, so got to get this right. 4, 3, 4. All right, that side's fixed. Good Lord. All right. That side's fixed. I got to round out the corners. I know that. The bottom corner, very square and chunky. But I have to do this on all 4 sides. So it's, you know, irritating. I'm going to start over here. $17, $18, $19, $20, $22, $6, $8, $9, $30. That's the middle. That's the middle. Okay. Woo! I'm carving a giant pumpkin out of this block. Sure, there are probably other ways. This is the only way I could think of. This far in. 3, 5. 3. So I do need to stress, it's imperative that I wanted to do it by hand. Sure, there are blocks that I could have clicked one time and it would have already made a pumpkin. I don't want to do that. I want to build it myself. The easiest way I could think of where I actually build it myself. 5. 8. 2. 5. 5. They take a long time to build. Yes. I mean, I used a building gadget to help fill it in, but it was about, I want to say it was close to 200,000 concrete. So it took a while to make that. Fortunately, someone last time we filmed this asked if it was possible to automate concrete. I was like, well, that's just silly, but let's check. Oh my God, was that helpful? It was very helpful to do that because I could just leave the game up and let it make concrete while I was doing other stuff. 5, 2, 3. 3. 4. Yeah, the carving part is woo. That's me. Oh yeah, again, sometimes it's silly inspired, but then ends up being really helpful for different things. 5. 3. 8. Got it memorized now. 8. All right, that worked out. Mathematically, that's where it should be. Okay, good. 2, 3, 5. All right, that one worked. So basically, this is going to sound odd. When I was in school many years ago, when the Earth was new, because I'm very old, remember that. I took art classes. You had to model with clay. And I remember we'd have a block of clay, and you would draw the pattern on all 4 sides. And then you were just carving away from those lines. You know what I mean? I carve off the corner to each spot, same distance in, then you get the same thing on all 4 sides. It's the same concept I'm using to do this. This is me whipping out elementary school art to figure out how to do something in Minecraft. 5, 6, 7. Eight, 30, 30. There's my middle. Cannot line up when flying. No, that's not going to. Supremium, there really isn't most efficient way. I mean, most efficient way is to automate it. Make a farm that combines everything up to Supremium for you. That's one way. The other way is deep mob learning. Get one of your deep mobs up to the level that creates pristine maximum, and then just trade those for Supremium. Killing withers is a way to do it. There's really no one way that's superbly better than others. I like anything that I don't have to come back and look at later. So I make a farm that does every type of essence of the basic Inferium up to Insanium. I have one compact machine making Inferium. And the dark green one, then the orange one, then the blue one, then the red one, then the purple one. So I just have a machine making all of them. So when I open up my inventory, I have everything. I don't have to move some up. I don't have to crank them back down again. I have a bunch of every level, so I can just make what I want. Oh, well, look at that. Look at me, leaving a middle space for myself for once. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1. I would also ask why. Thank you, Proper Idiots, for subbing to the channel. I appreciate it. 4, 5. Whoop. 2. Thank you, Dominic, also for the sub. I appreciate it. Oops. I would say what else? Like, say I appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out with me today. I know I'm not quite as conversing as much as normal, and I apologize. I'm just doing so much counting. And then once I get this design out, it should make things a little bit easier. 50 billion things and I hate it. That's true. Three, right? Five. 4, 3, 3, 3, 4. All right. 2, 6, 8. Why did I go to 9? Three, 4. Lined up perfectly. Pleases me. Pleases me heavily. Oops, that doesn't go away. All right, everything lines up. Finally, it has happened to me. All right, so basically, I'm going to carve everything outside of this on every side. So there we go. All right, go ahead and hit the bed real quick so we can get rid of these guys. Not my bed. There's my bed. Hello, bed. Ah, sleeping in the middle of the sky. Like it's a factory. I'm hiding. Jack Ruby. Die with everyone else. That is correct. Yes, excellent. The chicken explodes. You hear music. And then it leaves you the spawn egg of whatever DNA you used. Basically, now I just have to carve this out. Dealing with a lot of things that irritate me. Like people who don't wash their hands after going to the bathroom. Bobs. By the way, duck. Why are you guys not all dying out there? How many of you guys is it going to make me kill? Am I going to have to light this up? I really didn't want to. When I kill, there's another one. Good lord. Oh yeah, it's way faster if I'm walking it. You son of a... Ugh! Yeah, I'm not going to fill those in because I'm going to carve those out anyways. That's... Need the stuff beneath it. Oh, crap. I know what I need. Hold on a minute. All wrong. Ah, here's a battery I don't care about. 100 million? Perfect. That. You can have the crap one. Ah. Omni tool. I will shoot all of the things that anger me. Importantly, I will dig. Oh, I don't have the. I don't know if I got the speed upgrade on this. Still work. That's about the same speed as the Paxel. Bet I could put a damage upgrade on this. That'd do better. This is still. Darn it. Always wanted to find a good use for the Omni tool. Hey, there we go. Alright, now I'm going to look for destruction. Now we're going to try the destruction gadget. It's a good time to try some different stuff. Is it in the right... Is it dark where it is? It won't spawn where light is and things of that nature. It still has to meet the regular spawn conditions. Omni tool. What I could have used. Let me look more into that later. Destruction gadget. Real quick. Now, if you happen to have a dragon egg, you can hit it with that. And then the dragon egg. All right. What am I doing wrong? Why is my destruction gadget not working? Or another, well, G pulls up that, but why am I not getting another menu? I mean, I can't. Not give me any range option. Crap, there's another button I'm. What is this again? Building gadget. Each overlay is R. For me, I've used it a million times. Huh. Just not doing anything. Oh well, it was a good thought anyways. Voids blocks. I know it voids blocks. I'm trying to void blocks. Why is it just wiggling? Wait a minute. Oh, it's not, I thought maybe concrete or something was immune to it. Not working on dirt. Just wiggling in my hand. It has the same controls as the other one. There's another menu it's not giving me. That's not it. There's another menu I'm not... Ah! Alright, well, hang on, let me get another one. I just clicked the wrong button, threw it into the void. there's another button that opens up another menu. Because it should give you the ability to go left, right, up, down. You get to pick the source of how far you want it to void. Don't remember what button that is, so I'm going to have to hit every button. So that's what I did. I was going through every button, and that's... Now it's fully charged. Anything... It's fully charged. Fog particles. We already know about. J pulls up map. Keep hitting J. That. Alright. Let's try this then. Setting menu is G. That one's working. Range overlay is supposed to be R, but it's conflicting with the ability of my Android. Nope. That doesn't do anything. It's not like I got a bugged one. This is the second one I made. Go back. I hate when I have to go back and watch my own tutorial. Alright, bear with me a minute. I gotta find my own tutorial. I'm gonna mute here for just a second, guys. Hang on for me. Alright, I'm back and I'm an idiot. I even explained this in the tutorial. Before you can... Just right-clicking doesn't do anything. First, you have to shift, right-click. Right, one. I'm going to do one at a time. See, that's going to do it in squares. I really want. See if this is faster. That didn't help. Hoping to... That's better. All right. Fastest way to get tough alloy? Automate it. Still slow though. Here, I'll show you how I do mine. As usual, I like running back and forth. Okay, here we go. See this setup here? This is my tough alloy setup. In this alloy furnace, I add steel and boron. I put steel in one, boron in the other. That gives me ferroboron. It goes into this chest, which feeds into the second one. Ferroboron adds with lithium. That gives you tough alloy. If I put the lithium up there, it falls down in here. So you need steel, boron, and lithium to make tough alloy. You need ingots of each. how to get all that, that's a whole nother matter. You're talking about seeds, farming. Probably seeds is your fastest route, but it's still going to take a while. This is working now. Just have to figure out. Not hitting okay. That's what I'm looking for. Monsters are going to knock me sideways and ruin this. Ah, shoot. Oh, it only lets me undo one. Undo once with it. I have to rebuild already. This extraction gadget is, I think, honestly, I'm almost at the point where I'm just faster mining it. Like a normal pickaxe is going to be faster than trying to find a faster way. Faster ways are hurting me more than they're helping me. That might work. It'll be a little slower, but at least I know I'm carving exactly what I want. Not seem to be working. Going back to the pic. I really thought I'd have it carved by now, to be honest with you. We're almost an hour and a half in, and I don't feel like I've done anything yet. Everybody died. The matchings. All right. Basically, everything at this top level has to go. All right, that's working. Just get it to keep going straight. Work. Alright, so we're flat like that. I'm going to have to mine it or it's going to destroy everything. I can just still do a little mining when I need to. Took out some of that. Whoop! I fall down. I'll get. If I stay on the edge like this, it'll get some of it in. Do as little manually as possible. Speed. This is definitely faster. I'm glad we got it working. Again, I do always feel a little stupid when I have to pull up my own tutorial to figure out do something. The reason I'm doing it level like this is everything above me I can vein mine once I separate it. Is the thought process of it. Get rid of a bunch of this stuff itself, then I can just vein mine everything above. Try to do that on several different levels. Chisel out the stuff that I need. This one might still work. Add it from here. Some of it. Go to this. Why would I go to the and despawn the mobs? I like the mobs. We're not easy to get a hold of. Oh, look at you hiding in there, you little turd. Your friend. Well, his plan was. Alright, just gotta get rid of that little bit in the middle. Some of these things are holes that'll have to be fixed later. Alright. Yeah, for picking up my concrete. You see him? He had a piece of my concrete in his hand. He was trying to make off with it. Won't stand for that. Well, the problem is regardless of whether I use a mega torch or a flare lantern, I'm going to be digging down, so it won't be long until I'm out of all of their ranges. So I'll use them while I can, anyways. Some of those lines I see over there were not from creepers. That's just they just didn't fill in when I was building the cube. Oh, and because I haven't, hoarded myself out yet today, I appreciate you coming by. If you would not mind, I would greatly appreciate it if you're enjoying yourself to please remember to click the like button. And if you're new here, please be sure to subscribe. We also have a membership program where you get cool stuff. Much like a Twitch sub, only cheaper. You pay $2.99 a month, and you get access to our members-only Minecraft servers, of which there are currently 2, Sky Factory 4 and a Pixelmon. You also get members-only streams, custom emojis, loyalty badges, different fonts to set yourself aside in the chat. as well as other perks such as discounts on my store where you can get ODG merch. I just put some new merch up on the store yesterday. I had it up last year, and someone requested that I put it up again, which I am totally cool doing. But I have a ODG Pride merch up. Pride Month. Actually, I put it up and I was like, you know what? I don't have one of these. So I ordered some yesterday for myself. My wife wanted one. She wanted one in pink, which blows my mind. My wife almost only exclusively wears black. I don't think she's ever, I mean, she likes Hello Kitty and that stuff, but I don't think she's ever bought a pink thing. She said she wanted a pink shirt and not a black one. I was genuinely blue. Clearly there's some conspiracy or plot against me. I've yet to figure out what it is, but once I do, I will let you all know. All right, get rid of this. Do have to build more. I definitely don't want to lose it. Why with the flare lanterns floating in the air? I can get them later. Right. Excellent. I'm not going to fill in these holes because I'm going to be carving a bunch anyways. Once we get to the carving phase, I will do it when it comes time. So basically, now, carve this straight across. I don't recommend putting a spawn count higher than 30. Some people go all the way up to 200. You're going to kill yourself and your server or your game. Most computers can't handle that. Start at 20, 15, or 20. You can always hit it again and make it faster if that's not fast enough. But start slower rather than faster and work your way up. The last thing you want is your game to break and then not be able to do anything with it, you know? Okay. There's that one. This is where I figure out whether or not my idea here, get out of there, whether or not this whole idea works or not. It probably won't, but we'll see. Whoops. Oh, God, I hate auto step. You see how that lined up in the middle, both sides? I'm going to do the same thing on this side. That one right there. Like a reverse 3D printer. 3D carver. Why aren't there 3D carvers? We can 3D print. Why can't we program something to carve as well? Now, as I'm saying that, I realize probably somewhere out there it already exists. You know what I mean? This will tell me what I have to fix. I have made a big orange cube. Now I'm going to turn it into a big orange pumpkin. Hopefully. Hopefully this process that I'm trying to do will work. Then we will see. It is a lot of work. It is a strange way to do it, but you know. All right. So here's how this works. That means the only thing I need of this level and down is the square in the middle. So I need to fill in the voids that shouldn't be here. So that one can go. That in the wrong spot. That needs to be filled. So that square is the middle. Then I'm going to carve out the next section and do the same thing. Yes, I was actually looking into that. Actually, I should probably talk to you guys. So I went to my doctor this morning, who talked about what I was going through and the pain and sitting down, and he diagnosed. It turns out, guys, I'm very fat, and it is a problem. He's like, you sit down too much. You're sitting down 15 to 16 hours a day. You got to stand up and stretch more. I will attempt to do so when I'm able to do so. He also recommended that I check out a chiropractor just to make sure there's nothing unaligned that might be also causing problems. I'm going to look into that as well. Chair-wise, he said the same thing. He said just try to pick one that's designed for good lumbar support, one that's designed to, work, I guess. Whoops. Best I can with it. So that's where I'm at. Depth. I'm going to go deeper. Left 4, right 4, up 1. Okay, that's not how that's supposed to work. There we are. I gotta make sure I hit it at the front in order for this to work. Okay. That I can do then. Hit it from the top, it messes up. Clean out the rest of this top level, except for that middle square. Then we can go to the next section. This is probably the slowest way to do it. I'm sure there are a million better ways. The only thing I could think of, because anytime I've ever tried to build a ball or a sphere or something, it just doesn't look. Never quite tried this method, so I figured why not? Worked when I built something in art class. We will see. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. When I was done there, I went to the gym. I have a gym membership. I'll be honest with you, I thought I canceled that at the beginning of the world falling apart last year, but it turns out I didn't. So I've been paying for it for the last year and a half. So I was like, that's fine. I need to go anyways. So I went and had to get a new badge. I couldn't figure out where mine was. And I go in there. I'm like, hi, I need a new badge. They're like, no, you don't. You just need the app. I'm like, okay. Yes, just use the app. It's a digital badge. You just scan that. That way you don't have to have a badge or anything. Oh, not a bad idea. Okay, cool. So I did that. I'm not going to get to start going until next week just because of some other things I got going on. But I'm going to go after streams. Is my goal. When I get to streaming at night is when I'm going to go and do that. Now, that is, of course, depending on how the stream goes. If it's a high beverage stream, I'm obviously not going to start driving. Okay? So, that. But I figure there are 4 nights a week. And then the next week, there's 1 night a week. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Where's my square? There's my square. Square there, okay. Make sure I don't lose my square. So that's 3 to 4 times a week I'll be able to go. And I'll go in the plus I like going at night anyways. There's way less people there. But one thing I like about my gym is it's 24 hours and it's staffed 24. My last gym was also 24 hours and it was a good gym, but it wasn't staffed 24 hours. So sometimes you're there in the middle of the night, see somebody outside looking at your car and you're like, man, I might have to go outside and shoot something. I mean, it's just, problem. Never owned a gun. I'm just kidding. There you go. So that is Blatant Panda's renewal notification. Blatant Panda, 2nd month. Now, that reminds me, we've got a little bit of time left. I owe you guys some drinks. I think I have written down that I owe you 5 or 7. So I know I'm going to do 5. We'll see. Let's get to work, shall we? Mm. 5 spins of the wheel. I believe what happened was that Muttley had donated 50 and said, save these for the next stream. In fact, it still shows up in my chat logs. All right, 5 spins. I probably will be taking advantage of Draven's Choice today, should that happen to pop up. Just throwing that at you. A lot of times I don't. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the mood. Moonshine. All right. And just 5 spins. I'm going to go ahead and spin them all right now. Fireball. That's what I like to see. Double shot. All right. Because Muttley, I don't believe, is here. I'm going to spin again until I hit a blue. Whatever blue I hit, that's going to be the double shot. Then I'll carry on with the spin. Fireball. Okay, so double shot of fireball. So I got, that was 3 spins. I got this one and one more. Fireball. Moonshine. So what I got out of that was 4 fireball and 2 moonshine. Now I'll tell you what, because I'm a loving and benevolent Lord, I'm going to take 2 of those fireballs. I'm going to turn them into Jaeger for you. 2 moonshines, 2 Jaegers, and 2 fireballs. That's the 6 shots, because one was a double shot. Okay? How much I like you guys. Even when I don't get Jaeger, I still give you Jaeger. And I went through a lot more of this the last time I streamed than I thought. Water, gross. Actually, I have fruit-flavored carbonated water. I'm drinking. Yes, for you. I'm going to go ahead and do the Jaeger first, too. They're worse, so I'm going to get rid of them now. I'm going to do the 2 Jaegers, do a level, do 2 moonshine, do a level, clean a level off the pumpkin, and then I'm going to do the last 2 shots. Jaeger number 1. I love you. Oh. I prefer the term loving and benevolent Lord, but great leader will be fine for now. You know you've had a rough night drinking. When the next day you go to pick up your shot glass, I did the next day after that other one, and it was just sticky all the way. I overflowed it. It was just all around it. It was just there wasn't a clean spot on that. I'm like, holy hell! Because when I drink, sometimes it overflows. I'll be the first to admit that. Balance gets a little off. But what you gonna do? Jaeger number 2. Yes, Jim. I have 2 Jaegers, 2 moonshines, and 2 fireballs, and then I'm caught up from last stream. It was funny when I'm talking to the nurse at first. You know, they ask you all the basic questions for you to see the doctor. I see here you don't smoke. I'm not trying to do this. You don't smoke, right? You don't drink. I'm like, we need to update that one. He's like, really? I'm like, yep, we need to update that one. Because back when normally if you have 1 drink a week, which is what I used to do a long time ago, they were always like, well, that doesn't even count as drinking. Okay, well, good to know that. This now counts as drinking. Oh, that one almost came back up. That's why I want to get rid of those. Oh, I got to take. Okay. I was going to lose it for just a second there. We're back. I'm good. Covered. Clean this out. Now, we do the same thing. Last time, this one. Hopefully, the way I'm doing this, well, I understand is probably way longer and more difficult than how other people would do it. I at least hope people see the method in the madness of what I'm trying to do here. Why I hope this will work to be what I want it to be. It's still going to be square-edged. I'm still going to have to round the edges off. But this should still get us approximately what I'm looking for. A multi-tiered box, basically. Right. The stream runs for another hour and 48 minutes. Hour and 40 minutes. I run till 1 a.m. Eastern, so we got some time. Quality time together. Party hardy, Marty. Now we're gonna. Whoop. All right, I'm now going to cause division in the ranks. Hope you're prepared for this. There's that one. Division in the ranks. All right. I'm going to ask you. This is a favorite movie kind of question, but there are qualifiers. Pay close attention. In your opinion, what is the greatest movie trilogy? All right. That means that you think, you can't say, well, the first one's great and the last two sucks. The Matrix. But they didn't suck. They just weren't as good. You think that all three are strong enough in their own merits that this movie would qualify, or this trilogy would qualify as the best. See, Lucas threw that out. But Lucas, which trilogy? Trilogy is 3 movies, right? Star Wars technically has 9 movies. Technically, it doesn't qualify. But if you'll say a specific trilogy of Star Wars, then we could talk about it. Got trilogies, 3 movies specifically. These are 3 movies that stand on their own and are very, very groovy. All right. So now that I've done this, we know that this middle square is the square I'm going to keep. So the further down I get, the less I'm going to have to break. You know what I mean? Is the thought here. I do have to fill these holes in. These are keepers. The keeper section. Keeper Sullivan, basically. Star Wars, the most. So you're saying the most recent 3, if I'm following you correctly, Teresa. Lex says Lord of the Rings. I expected that. That's a good contender. I got 0 complaints about that. I'm wondering what you guys are thinking here. What are you putting down? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. What do you guys think are the best trilogy? Right? That's a whole different thing to consider, really, when you think about it. Oh, okay, that's right. All right. So the last 3. Teresa says the most recent Star Wars. You want to hear something? Never seen any of them. Never seen the 3 recent Star Wars. The prequels were so bad, it ruined the taste in my mouth, and I just had no interest to see the most recent one. The Cars movies. Okay. All right. There are 3 of those? Really? They made 3 of those? I didn't realize they made 3 of those. Well, you know, people like them, right? Now, here's the thing. Some movies are awesome trilogies, but then they add a 4th, and you can't count them anymore. Like, I would love to say the John Wick movies, but they're about to put out a number 4. And so that means they're no longer a trilogy. I can't count them. And you can't say the first 3 Friday the 13th. That's not a trilogy. That's just 3 movies in a series. So I definitely need a trilogy. That's important. Spinner should add H2O to it. Spinner. Wow, I don't know what that is. Spinner, to be honest with you. I'm not familiar with that movie. Cool though. Not familiar with what Spinner is. No one's named mine yet. No one's named the one that I would list as the greatest trilogy. I'm waiting to see if anybody can guess what mine is. And for the record, it's not The Crow. The first movie was epic and the best movie ever made. The rest of them very far from not so much. But the original movie, phenomenal. But no. Watched the first 3, then the last 3. Didn't watch the middle 3. The middle 3 were the best ones! At least of the, you know. Now, when you say first 3, you mean in chronological order, right? Like you watch Jar Jar Binks But you didn't watch the original 3 movies. I want to make sure I'm following you, Teresa. Evan says, yeah, the second one isn't great, but the first and third are really good for the car. Okay, all right, I'll get that. Somebody was saying, I talked about this with some friends and family later. Nope, if a 4th movie's coming out, it doesn't count. So Toy Story doesn't count. Just like I can't count John Wick. I'd like to. They're making a 4th one. But you know what? I'd rather have a 4th movie than not be able to count it. You know what I mean? Rather watch the movie. And, you know, I guess some people might throw the Marvel movies out of there. And, you know, you could probably do some with those. Like, there's been 3 Thors. But they're going to make a 4th one. So that kind of, whoops. Going to throw that off. So I'd be interested to see what you guys think. Trilogy. What we got? Original 3 movies. Okay. Matrix and John Wick doesn't count. That's correct. Matrix did. It did until they just started filming on it. And to be honest with you, as much as I love Keanu, and you all know I love Keanu, I couldn't put The Matrix in there. The first one was phenomenal. Ungodly. And each one of the movies had wonderful things about them. And Keanu was delicious in every one. But overall, I'd have to let some of it, not as much. You know what I mean? Some of it was not as much. Not as much. Okay. Working on the next. Oh, I got to do shots now. I'm feeling a little buzzed. I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to do the nasty moonshine. Hey, look, we're down to a third of moonshine. We might almost be time to get another one. Now I'm going to use the Jaeger cup. So this moonshine's going to have a hint of Jaeger to it. Oh, goody. Keanu is recording Matrix 4 and John Wick 4 at the same time. Not at the exact same time, but he's filmed them both already. I think Matrix is finished wrapping, and John Wick 4 is about to start. They just announced a couple new people that are going to be in the John Wick 4 cast. But they've already filmed Matrix 4. I believe principal photography has already been completed. Do you see how I used a film term there? It's because I went to film school. All right, I'm going to drink this nasty moonshine. Here we go. Ooh! That doesn't get any better. I'm going to do my back-to-backs. I told you I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do a level. I'm going to do the last 2. And then I'm all caught up. Fortunately, it's enough to get me buzzed, but 6 shots will not get me drunk. So that's okay. I'm going to do this one back-to-back. Watch me hammer this son of a bitch. Here we go. Moonshine. I don't know what it is, man. Today I'm coming dangerously close to hurling. I don't know why. Not normal. But yes, Keanu is working on both movies. And I believe that eventually we're going to get the Berserk movie, which I'm excited about as well. You don't know about Keanu and Berserk? He partnered with a person. They made a comic book. Then they're going to make a movie about it. He's going to star in it. I'm very excited. It looks very good. No one's named my trilogy yet. I'm surprised. We really haven't had that many people. It's all been Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings and some Star Wars. And some Cars, really. I mean, I expected more. I really expected more trilogies. I'm not hearing a lot of them from you folks. There are a lot of trilogies out there. Granted, there's way more series. I guess we could do that question later. But for trilogies... no one's named my trilogy yet, which I still feel is the best trilogy of all time. I feel that each movie is strong enough to stand on its own merits. I'm not going to say they're all equal. As is... Oh, God, I can't stand on the edge. Dark Knight trilogy. That's a great trilogy. That's a great trilogy, Luke. That is phenomenal. You know what? That's not my favorite, but that would probably make my top 5. That would make my top 5. That was very good. Very good trilogy. Well played, sir. Wyatt doesn't know any. That's all right. Just, if you don't know any, that's okay. You don't have to throw any out there. But I'm saying if you do. And you may already... Godfather is an epic trilogy. It's not my favorite, but I think you'd have to include it. On a list of top 10 trilogies of all time, Godfather has to be on that list. And not all of them, again, not all of them are as good as the others. Godfather 2 is the strongest in my opinion, in my opinion, Godfather 2 is the strongest. Then Godfather 1, then Godfather 3. That's how I fall. Not everybody agrees with me. Bam! Bam! Evan nailed it on the head. Back to the Future is, in my opinion, the best trilogy of all time. Every movie was good. Most of them were great. But Back to the Future, hands down, in my opinion, is the best overall trilogy. Like, over-encompassing story, did a good job of setting it up, carrying on the vision, and coming to a nice finale that I felt good about. Back to the Future is the best trilogy, in my opinion. Well played, Evan. I was wondering if anybody was going to name it. Back to the Future is amazing. I mean, really, when you think about it, I'm not saying that the Back to the Future movies are better than every Star Wars movie. Not by any way. The problem with things like a lot of the other trilogies are there's one movie in there that's just a bad movie. Or two movies are weak movies, but one's epic, you know? Back to the Future, every movie is a good movie. In my opinion, the second is the weakest. Because, I mean, they can't all be equal good, right? The second is the weakest, but overall, every movie on its own merit is a good movie. And that's how I fall with trilogies. Yeah, Back to the Future is just I'll watch Michael J. Fox clean a toilet. Like, I'll watch him and do anything. Michael J. Fox is awesome. I adore Michael J. Fox. You know, you want to hear something interesting? Something about me you didn't know? I have 2 middle initials. And whenever I write my name or sign something, a document legally, I always use both, much like Michael J. Fox, I use all 4 of my names. My first name, last name, and both middle initials. And it's because of Michael J. Fox. When I was younger, I was like, I got 4 names, but I don't want to write out all 4 of them. I'm way too lazy for that. But I got to thinking about it. I'm like, you know what would be cool, though? If I used both of my initials. Because I didn't know anybody. I still to this day, I never see anybody that uses a first name, 2 initials, and a last name. You know what I mean? And I just thought that would be something cool. So my whole life, I've used, I would say, since my early to mid-teens, when I got to thinking about this, I've used all 4 of my initials. When I say initial here on the dotted line, I use all 4 letters. I've always done that. And a large part of that is, in fact, 99% of it is Michael J. Fox. Because I think that's an awesome thing that kind of sets you apart. I'm lucky my first name is Kirk. Some of you may not know that. My first name is Kirk. Kirk is a name that is common enough that everybody's heard it, but rare enough that hardly anybody has it. Most people know a Kirk, maybe 2, but they don't know many. You know, I like that. But I really wanted to set myself apart and use the middle initials. So I thought that was kind of cool. Let's see what here we got. Wyatt says, I have to go, but can you do a shot before I do? Wyatt! I can do a shot because I finished a level. Thank you very much for reminding me. I am going to pour my fireball shots now. Lex, you are talking about Captain Kirk, and let me tell you a little bit of something. That is who I was named after. Probably didn't know that. I was named after Captain Kirk. My real father is a huge... say it that way. My biological father. I have a stepdad who raised me, so he's my dad. But my biological father was a huge Star Trek fan. So I was named after Captain Kirk. And I say that all the time, and people think that's funny. But you want to hear something even funnier? I've got a brother named Scotty. Fireball. Whew! Spit all over my frock. I spit all over myself that time. Man, I'm not going to lie. I put these shots pretty close together. This is about to be my 6th shot in 30 minutes. The upside is it's my last shot. So even though I'm on the very tipsy edge of taking my first up the stairs of Verschnickered, I caught up. And that's why I tried to do it. I tried to catch up early. Chips. Okay. Yep, true. Yeah. Pro football player. Huh. I don't know anything about football. I'll tell you this. Here's an interesting fact about me. Probably didn't know this. I was born in Canada. You probably knew that. But I'm still a Canadian citizen. I live in the United States and I have a green card. I have since I was 14, 15 years old. Oh, hello, Buffy. Sweetie. Hang on, Buffy wants a pet. Hi, Buffy. Oh, you run away? Okay. Forget what I was talking about. Anyway. So, whatever I was talking about, I'm sure it was cool. I'll remember it later. What is it, squeaky girl? Oh, try not. Her eye is a little closed. When she has an eye that's partially closed, hold on. Wants a belly rub. Hold on. Gotta pet her belly. Hold on a second. I'm right back. Don't look at my butt. Don't look at my butt. Hold on a minute. See this right here? This is her new toy. All I gotta do is wiggle it for a second, toss it on the floor. She will roll around and cuddle and rub her face on that thing for forever. She's doing it right now. It is the cutest thing ever. It is the cutest thing ever. She's laying on the floor. It's so cute. I have a video of it. I put it on my Instagram today. Hey, you know what? Are you following my Instagram? You should. I'm just saying. You go to my website, Onlydraven.com. There's a link at the top that says socials or social accounts, one or the other. If you click on that and go there, you can follow my Instagram and see a very cute video of Buffy rolling around with her favorite toy. I'll probably put it on Twitter later today, too. Follow me on Twitter. That's the important one. Bye, Wyatt. Last shot of the night. Here we go. Fireball. And I'm caught up. Okay. I knew that was coming. That's why I brought the chips over here today, because I knew I had to do some drinking. Are there seeds to grow seeds? Huh. All seeds grow seeds. If you harvest them manually, like you go around and just harvest them, instead of using a harvester or any automation, if you go around and manually harvest them, each time you harvest a plant, there's a chance you'll get a seed. Some plants it's 100% guaranteed, like when you get like wheat and stuff, like 100% or 90%. And some of the mystical agriculture seeds will also give you more seeds if you manually harvest them. Use a harvester or any of the automateds that I know of, it will not give you seeds. It only gives you the essence. So if you need more seeds, you're better off manually farming them in the beginning until you have enough seeds to do whatever you want and then automate it. More than one from wheat seeds and not. No. There's nothing I know of that increases the amount of seeds you get from farming. Whatever the percentage chance of that thing dropping a seed is, that's as high as it ever gets. Luke has just said you can't use an interactor and they'll drop seeds. Luke, I love it. I love you, man. I don't know what the hell an interactor is. I love it when people mention a machine I have never heard of. What the hell is an interactor? Because that could be something. Plant interactor. My God, I've never made that. That's delicious. Hang on a second, Luke. I got to see what this does. I live for this. Seriously, Luke. You're 100%. When somebody says, hey, Draven, what about this machine? And I don't know what that machine is. Not only have you opened my mind to the potential of an amazing new machine, you've opened the door to a potential new tutorial that I can put up on the channel to help other people. And that could open the door to 100 different automations I've never thought of before. I'm very excited by this plant interactor. Oh my God, we've got to see what this does. Hold on. I love a new block. Hang on a minute. That's way too far. Here I am. Hold on. We're going to pause. Okay, you need to turn off. Okay, that one's off. Hold on. I have to know what a plant interactor does. Because this could be very, very cool. I love new blocks. And that's, and I know this sounds cheesy. That's one thing I love about Sky Factory versus any other mod pack I've played. Every time I turn around, they're like, have you tried this block? And I haven't. It's a brand new block that I've never touched before. Okay, now I understand this will need some range. Okay, we need some range. Hold on a minute. That means it's going to be add-ons. I'm drunk enough that I'm having a little bit of trouble reading, but I'm sober enough to know what the hell I'm doing. So bear with me, guys. We're going to do this. Luckily, I have completed all the shots for the night, so I should sober up pretty quickly. Add-ons. All right, what does this plant interactor do? I need to know what it does. Hold on. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn this off because I want to know what it does. Hold on. Plant interactor, go. It's actually already going. Wait a minute. Whatever this machine is, and whatever it does, it creates sludge. Now I see essence being farmed. Now look at this. Okay. You see how full these things are? See how they're all topped off? That means this device only harvests one plant at a time. That could be a problem. That could slow things down. Okay? But at the same time, it might be worth it. So we're going to check. Okay. So it doesn't harvest everything at once. It only harvests one thing. But I'll be damned. It gives you seeds. That's a good thing. Hold on a minute. We're going to test something. Hold on. I have an idea. And as we all know, that's incredibly dangerous. Hold on. Black. That's not how you spell black. Hang on. I've got extra letters. Black hole tank. That's what I want. Oh no, I'm out of eyeballs. Give me some eyeballs, you son of a bitch. All right, here we go. Eyeballs. All right. Black hole tank. Black hole tank. Won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole tank. Won't you come? Won't you come? That's not high. That's too high. I'm sorry. I sang a song. I'll probably get this video. Probably gonna get turned off now. But what am I gonna do about it? You know what I mean? Black hole tank. No. Yeah. There we go. Won't you come? All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. So here's what I did. I put a black hole tank there because this makes sludge. Thank you, Wyatt, for the sub. I appreciate you coming by. And I love having you here. Thank you very much. All right, Wyatt. Get you some sleep, brother. We'll catch you later. Is it a real song? Black Hole Sun is a real song. Oh, my God. I'm so old. It hurts my heart to know that you don't know that. Black Hole Sun is a song by a band named Soundgarden. Late 90s, early 2000s. Phenomenal song. I'm not a huge Soundgarden fan, but that song's pretty amazing. You should check it out. Check it out. Okay. So here's what I've done. I put a plant interactor. Now, a plant interactor, as we can see here, not only does it pull large amounts of essences, look at all the seeds it gives us. Okay. Let's talk about how this changes things. A harvester does not give you seeds. What it does do is harvest every plant at once. See how there's all this essence hanging around? Okay, that means that the plant interactor is not capable of harvesting as quickly. So if you need a lot of an item like boron and you have boron seeds, you want to use a harvester. But early game, when you have one inferium seed or two earlier, you want a plant interactor because it's still going to give you some inferium. It's going to give you more seeds, and you can keep planting those. Gives you more inferium. Then you can eventually convert that to inferium seeds too, and it'll do the same thing. So for inferium seeds or mystical agriculture seeds that have a rare quality, platinum probably being the best example. It very rarely drops. It's hard to find to mine, and it's even hard to find with a laser, right? Platinum is probably one of the hardest materials to mine. So if you have a single platinum seed, the plant interactor would be amazing at getting you more of those. But once you have a bunch, you want to switch to the harvester because instead of getting more seeds, you'll get more essence. Because if it harvests everything, the plants are growing faster. As you can see, these plants aren't producing anything because they're waiting to be harvested. Hopefully that makes sense. But I can see the benefits early game, very, very, especially of how great a plant interceptor is. Now I'm going to break that because at this point, I personally don't need one. So I'm going to put my harvester back so it'll jam and do my always on and area. Hang on, I gotta go and turn on the other one down here too. Look at all this essence. Look at all this delicious always on. I think that's, I'll make sure that covers that. Yeah, that gets all that. But the plant thing that we just, I forget its name already. Okay, I gotta go around and pick up all this extra stuff because I don't have an item collector up here to pick up this essence. Look at all the essence I'm picking up. The plant interceptor may not pick up everything that drops. Oh my God, look at my inventory. Hold on, hang on. I didn't realize how much stuff I had in my inventory. Hold on a minute. The plant, that is an amazing, oh my God, my destructor's gone. That is an amazing block that I've never used before. I feel that that is better in many ways earlier game to the harvester, but you will definitely want to move to the harvester when you're ready to start gaining a large amount of production. If that makes sense to everybody. When you're like, okay, I've got enough seeds, now I just want an ass ton of essence. That's when you want to switch to your harvester. But early game, when you're like, man, I've only got enough inferium to make one seed, throw down the plant, whatever the hell it was we just made, and that will definitely give you a bunch. I love that. I love that so much. Hold on a minute. What was that called again? It's called a plant interactor. That is a tutorial waiting to happen. That's an amazing block. Thank you very much for suggesting that block. Wonderful block I've never touched before. And that is, again, we're back to what I was talking about before. That is one of those things where it's like, hey, Draven, here's a block you've never touched before. And it opens up the door to so many possibilities. You know what I mean? It's like that one, I could see how that would be open up, damn it. I could see how that would be beneficial in a lot of, especially early game. Because I've always been the type of person, oh my God, look at all this stuff. I've always been the type of person to use a harvester from the very beginning. But then I sometimes, even myself, I will struggle to get seeds later on. that really eliminates that problem. It's like, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice the material for the seeds, because that's what you're really doing there. You're saying, you know what? It's more important for me to have the seeds of that type of material than it is for me to have the actual material. So if you're early in the game, again, platinum being my favorite example. Hey, I'm early game, and I know that I don't need a lot of platinum now, but I'm probably going to need it later. Then you know what? I'm going to use this plant interactor to get me 10, 15, maybe 20 platinum seeds, and then plant those, and then switch to the harvester later. So I start gathering up my platinum essence. So at the end of the day, there's a ton of platinum essence there when I really need my platinum. Or even again, the beginning of the game, you're like, wow, it took me 2 hours to kill enough monsters to drop 8 damn Inferium. Inferium is stingy in the early game. You can then be like, you know what? I finally got a seed. I'm going to use the plant interactor, which still gives me a little bit of Inferium essence, but it gives me more seeds. And every time it gives me one, I plant that, which increases the amount of Inferium I get, and also increases the chance of more seeds that I get. Until I finally get to a point, I'm like, listen, I got 30 seeds. I have enough seeds now. I'm going to switch out my plant interactor for a harvester. And now instead of seeds, it's all essence, just washing all over me. Right? So that is a great block to use. I did not know that it existed. I really do appreciate you, Luke, for pointing that out. Because that I will definitely share that with the community. I will make that a tutorial because I think that's something that would benefit a lot of people. So I appreciate you sharing that with me. Very much so. Thank you very much. All right. I know I missed a lot in chat. Partially because I was talking a whole bunch, and partially because I'm a little drunk, and so it was a little bit hard to read the chat. But I can feel the alcohol washing out of my system. I feel myself starting to slightly sober up, so I should be more on track soon. That said, if you're watching this for the first time and you're thinking, why did that fat guy get drunk on camera before? Well, let me tell you. Every time someone joins the Onlydraven gaming membership program, which is known as the Draven's Dragons, you could be a Draven's Dragon. It's a lot like a Twitch sub, only cheaper. $2.99 a month. Just click the join button on my YouTube channel, and that'll show you all the great stuff you get. I do my best to make it worth your time. But you'll get access to our members-only Minecraft servers. Right? Hopefully that sounds cool. Did I do all 4 of them already? Oh, well, look, I did all 4 of them already. Oh, look at me being all impressive. So it will, you could play Minecraft with me and the other members by joining up. It's, again, $2.99 a month. You also get access to the members-only streams. Those are pretty cool. That's a chance for me to hang out with my members. We usually play some Jackbox or games like that. And it's not streamed live. It's just us hanging out, having a good time as friends. It's a chance for me to get to meet you guys. And at the same time, we get to have a little fun that might normally get turned off by, or might get the channel in trouble, right? We also, a lot of times, will play with voice chat. So I actually get to talk to you guys, which is a great perk of that. I like that. You also get loyalty badges, custom emojis, and a bunch of other stuff. I know you're thinking, Draven, you fat bastard. Why are you talking so much about this membership program? We are currently sitting at 93 members. I know that it says 94, but we lost one this week. And it doesn't automatically update. I have to manually update it, but I'm pretty lazy. But we are very close to getting 100 members. And if we get 100 members, then I'm going to make a community play day. Now, what a community play day is, we have one of those every month. That's where me and anybody who wants to play jumps on and just plays some games together. It's not a stream. It's usually things like Among Us and games like that. We jump up, I get to jump on, open up the voice chat, and we get to hang out as friends. But when we hit 100 members, oh, hang on, I fixed that. When we hit 100 members, I'm going to add a game like that. That's just for members. That means instead of just Jackbox, which we normally do, maybe we'll play some Fall Guys. Maybe we'll play some other games. Well, maybe I'll jump into the Minecraft server. And we'll just run around on the Pixelmon server and catch a bunch of Pokemons together. We'll figure out something that's fun for everybody, and we'll get it done. So when I get to 100 members, right now we're at 93. 94 is the most we've ever had. But right now we're at 93. I would love to hit 100. I've been wanting to hit 100. I'm not going to lie. I've been wanting to hit 100 for a while. We hit 75, which was the last goal. Oh my goodness. Wow. When did we hit 75? It was like 6 months ago. It was near the end of last year. So we've been struggling to hit this 100 goal for a very long time. And so I bring it up because if you'd like to have a bunch of fun and maybe get a chance to hang out with me, not that I'm worth your time, but if you wanted to hang out with me a little bit, becoming a member drastically increases your chance to do so. Plus, if you've been watching any of my streams, I'm going to be doing some Let's Plays, filming videos with members. People who are part of the membership program are the folks I'm going to reach out first. So if you might like to be in those videos and get a chance to play and compete in those, being a member is the best way to get your chance up to be a part of that. Now that said, I feel like I have not read the chat in a few minutes. I'm going to read it. Hang on a second. Let's see here. Whether to make 120 lithium seeds since I have infinite upgrade essence already. I would 120 lithium. You've got enough lithium seeds, man. Don't make any more lithium seeds. I'm sure if you've been here for a while, you've seen my basic farm in a compact machine. If you can fill one level with seeds, you've got enough seeds. Dark asks, am I done with prestige? I was talking about that the other day. I'm going to talk to you all for a minute, and then I'll play games. I think that when I finally get done with this world, when I get to a point when I feel I've done everything I can do on this playthrough, I think I'm going to run a prestige run through next. Because I've streamed a prestige run through before, but I'm going to be honest, it's before I built my new computer, and my old computer was basically ass. There was a lot of times during those streams that my computer would crash, and we would just hang out 20 and 30 minutes while I waited for Sky Factory 4 to load. There's a lot of lag and stuff that made it difficult to watch. So I think that streaming a new Sky Factory 4 Prestige run, I think that's what I'm going to do next when I finally get done with this playthrough. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be anytime soon. We're on episode 20-something or other, and I might get to episode 100 on this. As long as people can help come up with really cool challenges to help me do, I'm a stick on this. But eventually, I am going to hit a point where we're going to say, you know what? I've done all I can do. It's time to start again. And I think you all know I'm going to start again. I freaking love Sky Factory 4, and I'm going to keep playing it. At least till they give me a new Sky Factory to play. I count down the milliseconds to when Darkosto says, you know what? I'm ready to re-release Sky Factory 1. And that will become my life for a period of time. You all need to be prepared for that. When Sky Factory 1 gets a re-release, that's what my life is going to be for a while. Doesn't mean I've given up on 4. I just might take a longer break than normal. But yes, I am going to play a Prestige stream through again. I think I will do that after this this play series is done. But I am very carefully watching Darkosto. I don't sadly have anywhere near enough time to watch his streams. I don't get much time to watch anybody. But I'll be honest, out of any person in the world, and you guys know how much I love Achievement Hunt, right? I watch Rooster Teeth streams all the time. That is 99% of my entertainment. If I was to sit down and watch an actual live stream of someone playing, it would either be John Reisinger, because he has cats, and I love that about him, and he's a great guy overall. Or it would be me sitting down and watching Darkosto, just to get the tiniest taste, just the tiniest bit on my lips of what the next Sky Factory is going to be. Because I adore the man I adore the man, but I adore the work that man does. And I don't get enough time to watch his streams, but I do follow him on Twitter, and I try to click like every time he posts a post, especially since he posts a lot of pictures of his cat. And again, he's a cat man, and you guys know that I'm a cat man, and that's awesome. So the fact that he loves his kitty, that alone is enough to make me adore the man, but the work he does even beyond that. I know that's a bit of a tangent about Darkosto, and he'll never see that, and that's fine. He's just a great dude, and I respect him a lot. He's a great content creator. He does great products. He provides great service, and I enjoy and appreciate all the hard work that he does. That's just me. And that's not just the drunk talking. When I'm drunk, I'm usually more truthful. Let me check the chat again. Congratulations, I lied so much in your awesome tutorials my first run. Oh, Luke, man, love it. Thank you so much. Anything you guys do me, I appreciate it. Paul! Oh my God, Paul, I'm sorry I missed it. You were here. Can I have one farm with one plant of each thing with the interceptor, then to collect the seeds and plant them in? Exactly. The interceptor or interactor would be great because you could plant one seed of everything in your farm and then just leave it, other than adding a new seed here and there. And then, when you have the time, come back and build an automated farm in a compact machine for each one of those seeds that it made. Like literally, you're like, okay, what? I got 150 seeds of lithium. Time to build a compact machine. Build a compact machine. Now you have infinite lithium just flowing on into your system. You could do that with all of them. You just have to make one seed as soon as you can. And that's the key. You want to make it as soon as you can. Because if it gets to the point where you're like, I really need lithium, you don't have time to sit back and wait on the interactor. You need lithium now. You want the harvester for the essence. So getting started early on seeds that you might not really need at the moment, and then just letting it build up those seeds, get you a file in your simple storage, and let it just building up the seeds. And when it comes time to need lithium, and you're like, well, I've got 5,000 lithium seeds. I only need 150. Doesn't matter. You've got them now. Now you switch them to a compact machine with a harvester, and you've got a butt ton of lithium. I keep using lithium as an example because that's something that I feel you don't need until mid or potentially later game. So I'm mentioning that one. More chat. Do you know a lot about... do you have a question nobody knows the answer to? Cameron asked... Hang on a second. I didn't see Cameron's first thing. I'm going to automate tough alloy since I'm making a max. Tough alloy's worth it. Tough alloy is a great process to automate. It does take some work because if you're truly going to automate it, you need an auto crafter to make your boron, your steel, and your lithium. And then you need another one to make your actual tough alloy. You can do it. I've done it in a compact machine before. I've made one compact machine with a triple layer farm that made steel seeds, boron seeds, and then lithium seeds. And then they all got gathered by harvesters and went through auto crafters together. Takes a little finesse when it comes to filtering where each one goes. But you could make tough alloy all inside of one compact machine. I have done it before. Takes a little bit of work, but the upside is when you're done, you basically have infinite tough alloy. You never have to touch it again. Whenever you need tough alloy, you just open it up and it'll be there. Now, when I say infinite, I mean it's going to go on forever. You don't automatically have infinite, of course. I think everybody follows me on that. It means it's going to make it forever, and whenever you need it, you come back and it'll be there. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, guys, we've done 2 sides. Got 2 more to go, and then we get to take a huge chunk off of this whatever the hell it is I'm making. Pumpkin. I'm working on this. I'm trying to play and talk at the same time. Don't worry, I'm sobering up. It's been a good day. Although, if you're wondering why I did shots to begin with, I have to... Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't go high enough there. Oh, I got dizzy. Every time somebody joins the membership program, or For every $10 accumulative that is donated through Super Chat, Super Sticker, or more preferably, the link that's down in the description of this stream, all my streams and videos. For every $10 we get, I spin the wheel of torment, and I have to drink whatever alcoholic shot we get. Many of these are disgusting things that make me nauseous, which gets me drunk, and you get the entertainment of watching me make funny faces as I'm grossed out. Teresa particularly is a fan of that. So today I did several shots because the last stream that we did shots, I had so many that I eventually had to cut it off because I could barely realize what I was doing. But I'm sobering up now, so I'm all caught up. I bring it up only because, of course, as a streamer, just like everybody else, trying to make this a living, donations and tips definitely help. I don't want anyone to feel they should ever have to do that. But if you'd like to support the channel, because you'd like to see more of what I'm doing here, tipping through the link down in the description of the tutorial, of the stream and in my tutorials, is definitely the best way to do that. And if you're not able to, Super Chat and Super Sticker also, great ways to support the channel. I do my very, very best to make sure that any money donated, I try to turn it back into something that'll benefit the channel. You may notice that I had a goal for my chair. I should probably take that down. I'm at 500. I need a new goal. I'm going to make one. I'll have it by next stream. But I try to put it back into the channel. And while a new chair seems silly, I'll be honest, I'm in quite a bit of pain right now. Honestly, I'm hurting pretty badly just sitting here. So when I finally get a new chair, I'll be more comfortable, which means I'll be more entertaining. You know what I mean? I can sit here longer and hang out. So that's why that is. Again, I know I've been trying to be better about letting folks know about that. Joining the membership is the best way to support the channel because you only have to pay $2.99 a month, but you get a whole bunch of cool things in return. But if you're not the kind of person who likes to sign up for monthly stuff or you want to make a one-time donation, I would greatly appreciate it, but never feel like you have to. Just clicking like on my video has a phenomenally huge effect on how successful a video can be. So thank you to all of you who've clicked like on this stream or any of my videos or left a comment. That really helps too. The more interaction you have with my videos and my streams, the more YouTube notices that and gives me more tools to make better content. Okay, back to chat. I have 100 members who love cats or 10,000 members who hate cats. That's a rough question. I'll tell you this, because I'm going to be honest with you. I want to make this my job for a living. I take the 10,000 people who hate cats as long as they're not hateful enough that they cause harm to cats. If they're people who would harm cats, then I'd rather have 0 members and those 10,000 people be killed. Because people who would cause harm to any animals on purpose don't deserve to breathe. But if you don't like cats, but you're still okay with animals, I'm okay with that. Answering your question. Probably I did that there. Late game is too late for the... Maybe too late for me. But it's not too late for a lot of people who might watch this later. Or, when I make a tutorial on this, it may not be too late for people who are looking that up to find a great way to benefit them. So thank you for sharing. I'm looking at Lex's statement about Essence Farms. Now, Lex, I agree with you, and I like the concept. Here's why that wouldn't be something that I build. And I talk about this all the time. When I build a compact machine, I build that compact machine to be 100% self-sufficient. I want it to have its own power source inside. I don't want it have to connect to anything. I want to be able to break that compact machine, take it to the Twilight Forest, drop it down, and it's still going to make whatever it makes. To have multiple compact machines that feed into another compact machine makes that a little bit harder. Not impossible, because you could put those compact machines inside the original compact machine. That would be the way I would do it if I was going to. I wouldn't have a compact machine feeding to another one. I would have all the different essences inside a compact machine feeding into a compact machine that made everything else. So you could still break it in movement. That way I think it would work for my criteria, which is for it to be self-sufficient. But not everybody gives a damn about that. So your idea is 100% awesome. It has horrendous merit. But for my playthrough, I'd have to find a way to make it completely self-sufficient. Wow, Paul! Ray reached out to AH? I can't tell you how excited I would be to see Ray run any type of AH video. When Ray came back and did the Achievement Hunter, the off-topic podcast, my favorite podcast episode of all time. I adore Ray. Brown Man is hilarious. And when he left, it broke my heart. But he's a great dude. You know, I'm not saying he should have done it. And that he's obviously proven that it was a good choice for him. But not getting to see that interaction with my other favorite people sucked. But my God, even if he came back for just a mini series where he was hanging out with them and doing that, oh my God, that would be ungodly phenomenal. I would watch every single episode 10 times. I kid you not. Ray with Achievement Hunter would be amazing. All right, what have I got here? Gas XP farm since it was useless. Eventually, everything does. Doesn't mean you have to destroy it. That's why I like compact machines. If I have it in a compact machine, I just unhook it. It may be doing its thing inside the compact machine. It'll eventually fill up. Can always turn it back on if I need it. I probably won't. We don't have to go through and waste the time breaking anything. Hello, Parmate. Lex helping people out. Appreciate that, Lex. Lex giving out some good advice. All right. Okay. Cameron, my man. Yes, you can have compact machines and compact machines. Back when I first figured out we could do that, we actually figured that out on a stream. And we named it Compactception. Because it's like Inception, but with compact machines. Who is that? Somebody did something. Hold on. I have to read that. Imyuki Hana. I hope I said that even close to right. Imyuki Hana has donated $20. Thank you for all the tutorials you made. The Sky Factory is so fun for me. Thank you so much for your donation. That is awesome. Thank you for supporting the channel. It is my pleasure to make the tutorials and hopefully help you out. That is awesome. Thank you very much. I'm about to, you know what that means? That's 2 more spins of the wheel. 2 more spins of the wheel of punishment. Let me pull it up. But yes, you can put a compact machine in a compact machine. The deepest I've ever gone is 7 deep. So 1 in a compact, inside a compact, inside a compact, and kind of all the way 7 down. Feasibly, you could technically go forever. Although from a programming standpoint, I think that you would eventually run into problems where it becomes more than the computer or the game can handle. So I would caution about going that deep or further. But 2 or 3 deep, I do that all the time. And I have absolutely no problem with that. So 100% yes, you can do that. Hello, Benjo. Gonna do 2 spins for my friend Imyuki Hana. What did Imyuki Hana roll? Fireball! Imyuki Hana, what a wonderful spin. We're going to roll for you again. So, because there was a $20 donation from Imyuki Hana, I spin the wheel twice. What does this say? Double shot! Imyuki Hana, if you're still there, you get to pick any of the blue things. That's Moonshine, Jägermeister, Fireball Whiskey, or Moonshine Cherries. Whichever one you pick, I have to do a double shot of. Any of the blue, you get to pick. While you decide, I'm going to do that fireball shot, which I'm not going to lie. Fireball is my favorite. And it's the one of the more potent alcohols that I drink. Now, so we'll wait. Fireball! Oh, Yuki! Oh, you're already one of my favorite people in the world. I love that. That's triple shots of Fireball. You know what that means? Because it's a drink that I like, I'm going to do all 3 shots back to back. I'm not even going to turn the game on until I do triple shots of Fireball. That is guaranteed to get me a step closer to Verschnickered. I'm obviously sobering up from the earlier stuff, but a triple shot, that's pretty heavy. So again, I've already poured the first one. Yukiana, thank you very much for your donation. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and what I do here. It is very much appreciated. And the fact that you picked a drink that I like makes me adore the living hell out of you. Thank you very much. Fireball number 1. Back to back. I just bought this bottle. I'm a third of the way through this bottle. I just bought this week. You guys are trying to kill me. And I love you for it. Benjo has to prepare for school. Oh, Benjo. Sorry about your school. Where do you live that school is still on? I'd assume you're outside of the United States, where most states have at this point have finished school. No problem. Thanks for all that. Well, thank you for watching, man. Or ma'am. Man or ma'am. I don't know. I don't care. Thank you for being awesome regardless. I appreciate that. And I'm happy to make the videos. The fact that you guys watch them and find them helpful and click like is what lets me keep making them. So thank you very much for that. Shot number 2. Just a little bit of that went down the wrong pipe. That's okay. That was my fault. Oh, I just poured number 3. Look at that. 3 shots for $20. What a bargain. I'm going to turn the wheel off. Canada still has school till July? Oh, hell. I'm Canadian, but it's been 30 years since I was in school in Canada. I didn't realize it. I remember it went later in the year and started in September. We're here in the U.S., a lot of times it starts in August. But I forgot about that. Canada still has school, huh? What's up, Even TG? Good day, my friend. I'm about to do another shot of whiskey, Fireball specifically, the 3rd shot in less than 10 minutes. But I am going to eat this chip first, because I think that for health reasons, I don't know why, but I think it probably helps me from a health, maybe science standpoint. Now, I almost reached for my mouse right there. I almost started playing Minecraft, but I can't play Minecraft because I promised to do 3 shots back to back. Oh, Yuki. Thank you very much for the concern, Yuki. For those of you who might be new to the channel, I keep carbonated fruit water and regular bottles of water next to me all the time. I am a licensed bartender. And I know I say that a lot, and it probably sounds egotistical. I don't mean it that way. It just means that I have been trained to count drinks. I keep a notepad, and I write down on it all the drinks that I drink versus the amount of time I've been streaming, so that I know how many alcohol drinks I will allow myself in a given hour, because I know how much alcohol a human liver can burn within an hour. So you learn to count drinks through bartender training and licensing. So when I get to the point that I have a hard time knowing what that number is, I know that it's time to stop. That's why I write everything down. So I am very careful. Thank you very much for the concern. I promise, even though I have occasionally gotten shit-faced on stream, I am very careful with it. I don't, of course, don't drive anywhere. And my wife is upstairs, and I can call her anytime for help. How many shots can you take per hour? Now, how many shots should you take is different from how many shots can you take. The human liver can burn 1 ounce of alcohol per hour. It doesn't frickin' matter how much you drink or how long you've been drinking. People will tell you, I have a high alcohol content. They are full of shit. There is no such thing. The human liver can burn 1 ounce of alcohol. The difference between someone who has a high alcohol versus someone who doesn't means that they drink so much they've learned to act normal while drunk. They are just as drunk as someone who's never had alcohol before. It is science. There's nothing you can do to change that. That is just medical fact. So some people who have a high tolerance for alcohol, they just drink so much that it's hard to tell that they're drinking because they've learned to act sober. They're still just as drunk as you. I want to show you something. I got this cool pin in the mail that says, science. It's like magic, but real. It's my new favorite pin. I order a lot of stuff on wish.com. Oh, Evan DG, you have to go to school. Man, have a great day at school, Evan. Thank you for stopping by. This is that third shot of moonshine. Fireball. I'm going to drink it, and then I'm caught up. I still have 45 minutes left. Here's the challenge. I'm going to drink it right now. Do you think, if there's anyone who's interested in donating further, do you think you can get me completely verschnickered in 47 minutes? How good do you think I am at containing my alcohol? Let's find out. Fireball shot number 3. Okay, so here's something about alcohol you may not know as well. Where did my remote... Oh, I threw my remote in my remote again. Damn it. Okay, so... the more you drink, the easier it is to drink. That's just a fact. The kick that alcohol does, that punch to the gut that makes you cough and gasp, gets easier the more that you drink. Partially because you're too drunk to know any better, and partially because literally the body relaxes and doesn't have as much of a reaction to it. Now, that's not a good thing. Let me explain that. Yes, it means you could probably drink more without looking like a goofball, but it also means your body's getting to the point that it's having a hard time telling when you've had too much. So it is very careful that if you are old enough to drink, or if you're foolish enough to drink when you're not old enough, it is very important that you remember that your body sometimes may struggle with making sure that you're okay. And that sounds funny, but it's important to remember that. Your body can only know what you want it to know. It has natural instinct, right? It has natural instinct of how much it should drink, how much you should do. But you can train it to not understand that. So you have to be very careful whenever you're imbibing any forms of alcohol. If you're not old enough to drink alcohol in your country of origin, wait. It's not that cool, to be honest with you. I know a lot of people, everybody I know who drank underage, when they finally became old enough to drink, they're like, well, now it's not cool. The fun of drinking underage is gone. Wait, it's not that cool. I have just as much fun sober as I do drunk. To be honest, I probably have more fun sober in a social setting. But I do enjoy entertaining you guys. So getting a little toasty is okay. When I get... What the hell? Oh, I'm out of juice. Hold on. I got to fill up my charger. I have a battery right here. So what I was saying was, wait. It's not that important. You do not have to drink to have fun, but you can have fun drinking. That's the way I look at things. If you're If you've reached a point where you have to drink to have fun, you've gone too far. All right, let's get back to some Minecraft, right? I'm getting too deep, man. I'm talking about alcohol and stuff. 90% of you guys are underage. Why am I talking about alcohol? I am a fool, and I apologize for that. All right, we're done with that. We're done with that edge. All right, look at that. Look how good that went, right? Like, we carved that. See how cool we carved that? Like, it's starting to look kind of, hopefully, you guys think it kind of looks rounded. When I'm done, I'm going to take a little piece off the corners to round it out a little bit. Right? I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, but I want you guys to see how my thought process for building this. Now, if you're watching this, there are probably 100 different ways that you could do this easier. In no way am I saying that this is the best way to do something, but I love Minecraft. I do. I love playing Minecraft. And my favorite part about Minecraft is building things, right? Why the hell else do you play Minecraft if you don't want to build shit? Minecraft is all about building things. I like to build things with my own hands. And I'll use some help, like the destruction gadget and building gadget from time to time. But I'm not going to click one button or type a command in and everything I want to do is done. How impressive is that? Anybody can do that. Anybody could type that in and suddenly have a thing. But if I sit here, and this is just from an artistic standpoint, if I sit here and I spend an hour carving it with my own hands, and it may not even look as good as if I automated it. You know? Whatever I'm doing right now might look okay. I probably could have made it better by automating it. But I'll tell you what, the sense of accomplishment and the pride I get in sharing it with you guys, 1,000,000 times stronger. You could disagree with me all you want. I promise you. You build something like what I'm working on right now with an automated system, and then you spend 5 times as long building it by your hand, I promise you, you will feel more pride in sharing that. You'll be like, you know what? Because in your mind, it doesn't matter if they know how hard you worked. You do. You spent 5, 10, 100 hours putting that together. And they look at that and they're like, wow, that's really cool. And that may not sound like a lot, but you know how much time you put into that. There are a lot of ways to simplify things in Minecraft. And I'm all about automation as much as the next person. Hell, 3/4 of my tutorial are about automation. But when it comes time to build a project, automation is, for me, my opinion, automation is designed to give me all the stuff I need so I can spend 20 hours carving this damn pumpkin. You know what I mean? I spent hours making automation to create concrete and to automate this or that or whatever or who. So that way when it comes time for me to build a giant pumpkin that 30 of you are ever probably going to see in my entire lifetime, I don't give a damn. Because I can be like, you know what? I built that. I built that all by myself, and 10 or 15 or 100 or 1,000 people got to see it. And they're like, wow, that looks really cool. I know how hard it was to get there. And the self of accomplishment is greater. And that's going to be in any facet of your life. If you could pay somebody to build a statue on your yard, or you can spend 20 hours carving it yourself, you're going to feel better and more proud of that statue if you made it yourself. If you have somebody cut your yard and trim your bushes and your hedges, and now they look like birds or dragons or whatever the hell it is, you post it on Instagram, you're like, wow, I have a cool yard. If you carved that yourself, even if it doesn't look as good, you will be 1,000,000 times more proud. You will feel a stronger self of self-worth, and you will be happier at the reaction you get because you'll know that you did that yourself. We live in a world where everybody pays or does something automatically or the easy way. But if you take that little bit of extra time, you will be very happy that you did. And it's something as silly or as stupid as Minecraft. At the end of the day, even if you don't stream like I do, if you're just sitting there and building it for yourself, when you're like, you know what, I just spent the last 4 months building this giant whatever the hell it is, you'll be happier as a person knowing that you did it. And that's why I skip a lot of the easy ways to build things. I'll build an automation to supply me the stuff I need. But I'm going to sit here and smack this pumpkin's cubes over and over again until it's round enough that I'm okay with it. Because at the end of the day, when I show you guys the pumpkin that I built, and you're like, wow, this fat Canadian bastard just spent 60 hours streaming building a frickin' pumpkin, I'll be more proud of that. I will. Now, I've not read chat in too long. I have to look at it. Give me a minute. I'm going to read chat. What the project you doing now? Oh, I'm sorry, Gingered. I'm sorry, I missed that. I am carving a giant pumpkin. And once I have the pumpkin done, I'm going to hollow it out. And I'm going to build a Halloween-themed town or diorama or scene, I guess is probably the best word. I'm going to make a Halloween-themed scene inside of it. It was an idea and challenge that I received from one of the members of my community that I thought was a wonderful idea. So I've spent several days working on it. And when it's all said and done, I will be very excited to show you guys the finished product. And there are people out there that probably do way better than that, but I don't care. I'll be very proud of what I built and the time that I spent doing so. So I'm building a giant pumpkin, and then I'm going to carve it out. I'm going to make a big old pumpkin face on the front of it. And then I'm going to hollow it out inside. I'm going to build a frickin' haunted house. I'm going to build a graveyard. I'm going to put skeletons and zombies and spiders with spider webs in there. And it's going to be spooky as hell. And I'll be very happy to share it with you. Next, I have an energy cable extracting full energy battery in the simulation chamber. Cables on 64 in my simulation chambers are still critical energy. What do you do? All right, so here's what I would recommend. Wait with your chamber. I'm sorry I'm slow on the responses. You guys have given me enough to drink tonight that I'm still slightly buzzed. But don't worry. Even though I just did 3 shots, I already feel myself sobering up. That said, there's 36 minutes left. If you'd like to see me a little more drunk, not too late to throw a donation in there. I'm just saying. But to answer your question, let the battery fully charge. If you're trying to run it before the battery is charged, then you're kind of starting on empty, if that makes sense. And in the long run, you're probably hurting yourself and it's not running smoothly. So I would recommend give the battery time to fully charge. And how big was your battery again? Okay. Here's the thing with an energy battery as well. Let me help you with this. Hold on. I don't know where I am. Let me show you. I'm assuming that your energy battery is the traditional mineral battery. Right? This, let me clean out all this. Oh, there's my remote. I wondered where that went. Okay. So if you're making a battery, right? Here's your battery. This is a mineral battery. All right, you're running your simulation chamber off that. That is not going to be good enough to handle what you want. Let me show you what to do. What you want to do, right, is you want to make a whole bunch of batteries. And if you've already done this, I apologize for telling you something that you know. Then you go to a crafting table, get this out of the way, and then you go ahead and combine them. If you keep combining them, right, the energy battery, they're each worth 1 million power. But now this one, as you can see, is worth 30 million because I combined 30 batteries. The capacity of the amount of power that it can hold is higher. Here's why that's important. If you have a higher capacity, and you can go as high as you fucking want, 100 million, 200 million, 30 to 35 million is my average battery size. That usually does the trick for me. Okay? But if you take the batteries and combine them and give them time to fully charge, then when it comes time to run your simulation chamber, there's so much power in the battery that you could run it 100 or 200 times without draining the battery. And while it's running, the battery is still recharging from your power source. So while there may still come a point where the battery gets completely drained, the fully charged battery is more beneficial for you because it's ready to go. Now I'm going to set this one down here. Check this out. I got a wireless charger, right? It's going to charge up automatically. I'm just going to leave that there in case I need one later. I'm way too high all of a sudden. Where are they? Where am I? Oh, there I am. Pumpkin. Okay, that one's done. That one's done. That one's... Oh, wait. That one's done. That one's done. Here's where I am. I'm right here. I'm back. We're good. Don't worry, guys. Full control. Is this low enough? Huh. I thought it would be lower than that. Yeah. So yes, the simulation chamber requires a lot of juice. So the bigger the battery and the more charge you can give it at a time, the faster it's going to run automatically. Why am I carving a pumpkin? That's a great question, Cameron. And if I've missed your question, please feel free to type it again. I've drank enough today that sometimes I'm missing. I built a giant snow globe with a Christmas theme in it. And someone in the community, I believe it was Turtle, one of our moderators, said, you know what would be cool? If you built a giant pumpkin and then made a Halloween scene inside of it. And I loved that idea. So I'm building a giant pumpkin, and then I'm going to carve it out, and then I'm going to put some cool stuff inside of it, like a haunted house, and a graveyard, and ghosts and zombies and spiders, and just a bunch of cool stuff. So that way we've got a little Halloween theme inside of our pumpkin. I'm very excited about that. Now again, the way I'm building the pumpkin, much slower. I'm sure there are faster and easier way to automate building the pumpkin. But I really wanted to build it by hand as much as possible. So I'm okay with it taking a little bit longer because I'm very happy that I get to build it this way. Now I want to point out that so far today I have had 9 shots of alcohol. That's a lot of alcohol. But I cannot be defeated by alcohol. As you can see, I'm still running like clockwork. Now, I need to clean out the edges. That's the outer edge. That's the outer edge. I need to clean this out. It's time to go to our man, the Destruction Gadget. All right, Destruction Gadget. Let's clean out some booty. We're going to make some room. All right, let me see what we got here. Pumpkin, the final boss of Twilight Forest, is it worth killing it? No, it's more of a joke. The final boss didn't exist for the longest time, and now all they've done is put an imp in there that's got a lot of life on it. It's humorous, but it's not that big of a deal. You don't get anything for doing it. It's, but you know, if you're a completionist like I am, it still might be worth killing it just to say you did it. But you don't have to. You can be like, you know what? It's not worth my time. I recommend doing it once, just so you know you've done it. That way, if you skip it in the future, you're like, I've already done this once. It's not that aggressive. I kill it every time, just to show it who's boss. Because that's the kind of guy I am. All right, look at this. Look at this. This is our pumpkin so far. It doesn't look round. See, when we're done, I'm going to come to the corner and carve this a little bit to make it more slanted. I have ideas. I am a man in the know. Don't worry. I'm taking care of this. I have ideas. This is coming along just like I planned. Oh, yes. The master plan is success. Oh. Sir Amaro, 5 months as a member. Sir Amaro just hit their 5th month renewal. They are 1 month away from the 6-month badge. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, if you join our membership program, which for the record is anybody with a green or a blue font in chat. Those are parts of the memory. You get a whole bunch of cool stuff. But yeah, he's about to hit our 6th month. Go to Trello, type in the large code, and then click a few buttons and comment. Yes, Turtle, I agree. I've tried to just do it the easy way, but honestly, when I was done, I didn't feel as cool sharing it with you guys. In the early days, especially when the computer didn't run real well before I had this new one, there were times outside of stream where I might have even been tempted to go into creative and just make a bunch of stuff so we could stream easier. I didn't enjoy the streams as much. I was like, wow, everybody's watching me, but I didn't earn it. So I promised myself I wouldn't do that. I promised myself that if I'm off camera, all I'm going to do is the grind. I'm going to build up the resources. I'm going to gather the things. So when it comes time to actually build the cool stuff together, you can be proud of me. I can be proud of me knowing that I did it the right way. I did it by hand. And that's just how I like to play games. I'll tell you, the one game I struggle with the most with that is 7 Days to Die. If you've been with the community for a while, you know that I am a huge 7 Days to Die fan. And on my days off from streaming, I'm playing 7 Days to Die. Almost religiously. I'll play other stuff like Subnautica and games like that for a while until I've done everything I want to do. And every time I find myself back in 7 Days to Die. I love the zombie horror genre, and I've not come across a game that combines that with the open world crafting that 7 Days to Die has. I mean, I'm not saying there's not something else out there, but everything I've tried pales in comparison to 7 Days to Die. I can play 7 Days to Die for 12 hours and not get bored at all. I have an active 7 Days to Die game open right now, and I'll probably play it some tomorrow because tomorrow is Tuesday, and Tuesday is the one day a week that I do not stream. So there will be no public streams tomorrow, okay? But I'll be back Wednesday with a double stream. You'll get you'll get 3 hours of the Let's Build server, and then we'll be back in this bad boy for 6 hours. That is 9 hours of Sky Factory 4 for you guys on Wednesday. I hope some of you will come by and watch it. It's way more fun while you're here. All right, I'm gonna catch up to the chat. Turn the wine in the water, therefore he's affected. That's funny, Bragg. I promise you I'm being affected by the alcohol. So nobody put there, the final boss is the friends you made in the travel or something. That's funny. I'd like to see where they take that. You're talking to Turtle. Talking to Bragg. I won't chat about that. The more you know. There you go. 9. Yes. So on Wednesday is my big stream day. Because as some of you know, I have a regular job that as of March I stepped back and went part-time at, so I could spend full-time focusing on this channel, trying to grow it and make it something that might be able to support me and my family by itself. And it gives me more time to make cool stuff and more time to hang out with you guys. I mean, it's all win in my eyes. So, Wednesdays and Thursdays are the days that I don't do my other job. So I take Tuesdays off because Tuesday is tutorial day. I've already been working on them Sunday and Monday morning, but tomorrow I'll be posting my tutorials for the week, as well as I have some filming and editing to do. So Tuesday is the only day of the week that I don't stream. Okay? So there'll be no streams tomorrow, but I will be hanging around the Discord and such, so if you have questions or something, feel free to hit me up in there. Although 9 times out of 10, you guys are so awesome, you're helping each other out before I can even get there. But Tuesday is the only day of the week that I don't stream. I do that, number one, for mental health, because I think it's important that everybody has a day off. Even though it's my day off of streaming, I still have to work my other shitty job. So I will be treated like hell for 6 hours at that job. But at least before that and after that, I can focus on channel stuff and put out tutorials and videos for people to enjoy. But because I'm off Tuesday, I don't stream at all. But Wednesday, I'm off the trash job. I feel that's a day that I should give you guys your money's worth. So Wednesday, you get 9 hours of streaming. Thursday, I stream for 3 hours. And then I come back later in the night and we have our Merged Worlds Dungeons and Dragons story stream. I gotta say, this last week's Merged Worlds, I think, may have been one of our better episodes. I was very happy with how it turned out. In fact, it's one of those few episodes that I think turned out better in the telling than it did in the playing. You know? And that can happen. Sometimes the stream, the story was better in the retelling. But it went very well. I was very happy with it. So hopefully some of you got to hear that. That episode is officially up on iTunes and Spotify. It did go up today. I did get that up. Let me catch up with the stream. Yes, Tuesday there's no stream. That's my one day off. I feel it's important to have one day off to rest. And it's the one day that I get a chance to really spend some time with my wife. Because I'll be honest, since I went full-time streaming and I'm still working, I work my other job 25 to 28 hours a week. This job, I put in on average 50 to 60. So between the two of them, I put about 80 plus hours. You add sleeping to that, doesn't give me a lot of time to spend with my family. So Tuesday is the one day where my wife and I get to spend time together and hang out, and not affect. Also, what are you digging? So what I'm digging out a pumpkin. I'm making a spherical pumpkin is the goal here. So what I'm doing is I'm carving a pumpkin out of a block. I've never done anything quite like this. It's a different way to approach it. And I'm not necessarily by any means saying it's the best way, but I think it's kind of cool. I'm enjoying it. Now that we're carving it, and I finally got the destruction gadget working correctly, this is actually going by pretty quick. I'm cleaning out pretty large levels. In fact, I will probably work on this some tomorrow. So when we come back to this on Wednesday, the pumpkin will probably be finished being carved. And then we can work on cleaning out the middle guts of it. And, what the hell are you doing down here, buddy? You are uninvited to this stream. We can go ahead and start actually building our Halloween town, which I'm excited with. I'm very excited for that. Let's see. I know English is a lot easier. I'm not sure if the native language is my question. My native language is Canadian, which is a lot like English, but a little more strict. My cam lost quality. I apologize, Cameron. I didn't change anything, but these things can happen. Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm getting monsters. That means I've got to drop some lanterns. Hold on. I'm far enough away from the lanterns that things are starting to get poopy. Who hit me? Who did that? What do you think you are doing, sir? This is a place of business. I do not appreciate that treatment. Hold on, I'm adding some flare lanterns to deter the monsters. Deterring the look at all these. Oh no. Oh, there's more. Don't blow up, you asshole. Hang on a second. I gotta get the creeper. No, don't blow up! Creepers are my bane, dude. Creepers will mess up my show. They rain on my parade. I feel like I've cleared it out enough. Cat! Oh, kitty cat. It has been far too long since I got to see your wonderful posts on my stream. Kitty cat, my community, has made me do some drinking tonight through donations. So I'm a little bit buzzed. So if I seem a little fuzzy, because I've been drinking. But this stream does end in 19 minutes. And I'm starting to sober up already. It's been a while since I've drunk anything. I'm feeling much better. But oh my goodness, kitty cat, not in a mental state, but hey y'all. Oh, kitty, cat, if you are experiencing any forms of mental issues, or you need a shoulder, you know where I'm at, man. Send me a message. I will take care of that. If I need to log off early in the stream, you let me know. Okay. I will be there regardless of anything else that's going on. You let me know. 100%. I'm sorry to hear that things aren't going well, but you feel free to reach out to me, and I will climb my tubby Canadian ass over there, and we'll talk about it. Who disliked the stream? Well, you know what, Bragg? I'm gonna tell you something. I say 25% of the streams. That's 1 out of 4, right? That's math. That's the right math. Sorry, I'm a little drunk to math right now. 1 out of 4 of the streams that I post, somebody puts dislike. And, you know, they may not like my stuff, or they may think I said something they don't agree with. Or, you know, they just might be a giant turd sandwich. I don't know what their case is. But, you know, they have that right. I mean, the dislike there button is there for a reason. So I expect to see a dislike at least 1 every 3 or 4 streams. And that's about the average. But I'll tell you what. Some people get really upset when they see a dislike on there. When you look at the average rating that I have of likes versus dislike, I'm like in the super high percentage. I mean, really. Even against people with channels bigger, smaller, or the same as mine, I have an incredibly high like to dislike ratio. I take a lot of pride in that. You know what I mean? It means that people who are watching my video feel that taking 2 seconds to click like is worth their time. And that's a big thing. You click like on someone's video, you're like, I like it. But the effect that video has and the effect it has on the creator who made it is insanely huge. It affects how many people YouTube will put your video in front of. It'll affect how many people monetize on your video. It affects just overall how many views the video gets. Clicking like or leaving a comment has a huge effect on the creator that you are wanting to support. So if you like what they're making and you click like, I promise you, they appreciate that. Hell, I know that I do. If they don't appreciate it, then they're a turd. You should ignore that person. Because really, there are people out there like, oh, you click like, you didn't give me money? Man, screw that. I don't give a shit if you ever give me a penny. You click like on my video, and you have done me a service beyond anything I could ever ask. Ooh, I missed one of these. Didn't I? No? Maybe? Where's the cut? Where's my... Hang on, I'm missing my cut. Oh, crap, I didn't cut. Oh, hang on, I'm missing a cut. I am missing a cut. And I will cut a bitch. Cause problems. I feel like I've done something wrong here. Something's not right. And that could be because I'm just a fool. A fool in love with you. That's another callback to Back to the Future. That's a conversation we had earlier about best trilogies of all time. Let me read some chat. Hold on. Maybe there are some people out there who are not happy with me. There are some people who come into the chat and who post things that are negative or racist or sexist, and myself or one of the moderators will kick their ass to the curb quicker than you can imagine. Because I do not tolerate negativity. If you are negative towards any person, people, group, this is not the place for you. Find yourself somewhere else to hang out. But people pop out sometimes and post negative things, and we don't tolerate that. And so we nip that shit in the bud pretty quick. Those people will very often click like on my video. And I'll be honest, if I blocked you or kicked you from my channel because you are a toxic human being who does not understand what it's like to appreciate other people, and you click dislike, I will wear that shit like a badge of honor. 100%. 100%. I will wear that like a badge of honor. If you click dislike because I wouldn't let you be a turd, then you know what? I am fine with that. You enjoy your day. Greg, thank you for pointing out that I've been swearing too much. I have been drinking a little bit. I will try to calm down with that. Thank you very much. Clips featuring you can create a small clip of videos. I've seen that, but I haven't looked at it yet, Turtle. I'm a little confused about how that works. I probably will be less confused when I'm sober. Right now, I'm a little confused. Breg, I'll remind people, works because we guys form more like. Yes, if anybody who's watching hasn't clicked like yet, I'll be honest, it makes a huge difference. It would mean the world to me if you click like. You don't have to donate. You don't have to join the membership. All that stuff is great, and it definitely helps support the channel. If you're not in a financial spot to do that, I'm not going to ask you to give me money you can't afford. I don't want you to take money away from me that should go towards your family. If you just want to click like, it means the same to me. I appreciate you taking the time to do so. I really do. But Kat says, I wish a bitch could click love because, darling, there is no higher esteem or love that I have for a person in this world than you. Not a thing in the world. I won't turn the hell off. You need me or something, I'll get in the car and leave right now. I mean that. Kitty Cat, if you have anything you need to talk about, you know how to message me. I'm there. Even though I'm a little bit drunk. You'll be honest. I think you know me enough to know. Love you. Language. Thank you, Teresa. Teresa has also called me out on the language. Several people have called me out on the language. This means that I am swearing too much. I will not swear anymore for the rest of the stream. I have made a boo-boo. I've also made a mistake somewhere in the carving here. Because you see how this is smooth? You see how that's carved out? I don't have a line this way, and I don't know why. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. I can still count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha! So I forgot to carve this line right here. That makes a ton of sense. Now, sometimes I say the term baton, and you may not know what I mean by baton. You may think, Draven is a Canadian. Maybe baton is a metric. It is not. Baton is a fancy way of saying butt ton. I have a butt ton of whatever it is I'm talking about. Hey, Buffy. It's not square, I think. Yes, I agree, Lex. This is where the mistake was. I have found it. I am fixing it. I also have kitties climbing all over the place, which means it's getting. I have one rubbing my foot right now. You can't see it. That means it's almost treats time for the kitties. But we have about 11 minutes left in the stream. I'll be up for hours after that, but we have 11 minutes left in the stream. And once I do, we'll call it. Now, again, as a quick reminder, tomorrow is Tuesday, for those of you who don't own calendars. And I do not stream on Tuesdays, so you will not see me tomorrow, but I will be back Wednesday. Hang on, let me check the schedule. I'll be back Wednesday at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. We'll be doing the Let's Play server, working on our boat race. And then we'll take a 2-hour break, and then I'll be back again from 6 p.m. till midnight. That is 6 hot hours of Draven action back in this world, where by that point, my goal, I will probably finish carving out the pumpkin. So that way, all you guys have to do is hang out with me and watch us carve out the actual Halloween town. Because we are going to build a Halloween town. And it is going to be cool. I promise. Again, haunted house, graveyard, zombies, skeletons, and spiders. Maybe even a witch or two. I can't think of anything cooler than that, right? Bragg is getting sleepy. Bragg, I understand you, bud. I don't get sleepy. At the end of the stream, I'm very strung. Very wide strung. So I'm always wide awake. I usually jump on and play a couple video games. There's a couple Steam games that I play just for personal entertainment that, for reasons I can't explain, I can't tell you what they are. Because while they're very fun and entertaining games, they technically qualify as an adult-themed game, even though that's not why I play them. They're just a fun game. But there's some games I usually jam at the end of the night before I go to bed. And then I lay in bed for an hour or 2 hours, chatting with friends, or, you know, those ones that are awake that late. Or just streaming the internet, different websites and stuff. Hey, let me tell you something that I forgot the other day. I meant to tell you guys this. I posted this on Twitter. And if you're not following me on Twitter, my friends, you are missing out. Not really. I mean, I'm not that exciting. But I do try to post once a day or once every couple of days. I'm not one to blow up your stream or your feed. But the other day, I posted something that was very important. I posted this. I said, you know what? Fact you should know about me. I love Dijon mustard on a turkey sandwich. I do. I love Dijon mustard on a turkey sandwich. Now, you're probably wondering why that matters. That was only the first half of the tweet. The second half of the tweet said, fact about Dijon mustard. Dijon mustard comes in the same shaped bottle as honey mustard. And then I hashtag that, not what I was expecting. You take a big old bite of turkey sandwich and you're like, delicious. Only to turn around and realize that that was Dijon mustard, honey mustard you put on there. That is a rude awakening. I'm telling you this because we are friends. Be very careful when putting Dijon mustard on your turkey sandwich. Honey mustard likes to pretend it's Dijon, and it will use any attempt that it can, any excuse, to get on your sandwich. Honey mustard does not belong on your sandwich. I don't care what kind of sandwich it is. Honey mustard is a dipping sauce. It does not deserve to be on your sandwich. I learned this the hard way. I just want to share that with you. Bragg is sleepy. Bragg, you should get some rest, my friend. Let's be good looking later. I will be as good as I possibly can, which some people say is amazing. Now remember, as I've told you guys earlier in the stream today, I prefer to be known as a good and loving and yet, let's see, what's a good word to phrase that? A loving and benevolent Lord. I believe that's the term I like to use. Loving and benevolent Lord. I think that accurately describes me. I can't back any of that up. Can we get a cat stream? So here, let me tell you about that. It's hard to get my cats on camera. They don't like being picked up and they don't stay in one place long. But I have been recording some cat videos because if some of you will remember, later this month on Wednesday, I believe it's the 23rd. Let me check. Yes, on Wednesday, June the 23rd, I will be doing a charity stream for the Oak Ridge, that's where I live, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, the Oak Ridge Animal Shelter. I will be looking for donations to help support a wonderful shelter that is a non-kill shelter. All of your donations, 100% of them, will go towards the vet bills, the food, toys, and litter of little kitties and puppies at my local animal shelter. I've got my 3 cats through a foster program through that shelter. I love my cats to death. I think you all know that about me. I want to help all the other poor little animals that don't get a home. So vet bills to help them, because you'd be amazed, 90% of the cats that come into a shelter are sick in some way. And that's not cheap, man. So the charity that I'm going through, 100% of it goes towards vet bills, food, and care for those animals. It's not going to pay a power bill. It's not going to pay a phone bill. It's not going to pay somebody's gas for their vehicle. It is going to be paid to take care of those animals. So I hope that some of you might come by and consider donating to a wonderful charity that helps put animals in the hands of people who will love them. If you are not in a position to donate, man, that is okay. Share it on your socials. I'll have social posts when we get there. Share it to Facebook. Share it to Twitter, Instagram. Do you know a celebrity? You like a celebrity? Man, put that on their page and ask if they'll retweet it. You would be amazed how many famous people out there love the idea of somebody taking care of animals and will just retweet it real quick. Somebody retweeting a post of that caliber can direct tens, not hundreds, if not thousands of people towards that charity. And I'm not doing that to make money for me. I don't make a penny off this. It's going to help those who are the least capable of helping themselves. Innocent animals who have been left into a world where they're treated very poorly. So anything you can do, you don't have to give money to that. You can't afford it. It's a rough world, understand? Throw it on a social, share it with your friends and family, bug a celebrity. I don't give a damn. If you can get someone you know to share it or maybe even donate, it's a huge benefit. Let's help out some animals that really could use our help. So that's going to be this Wednesday, the 23rd. I'm very excited. It's my first animal charity stream that I'll be doing. Is somebody just asked, is Keanu an animal lover? If you've ever seen John Wick, you'll know that he killed 3/4 of a damn city because they killed his dog. I mean, I'm just saying, a man does not take a part in a movie like that unless he strongly believes in the motivations behind it. And if there's ever been a more delectable, strange word I know, but delectable and most sincere person to be in a movie, it's Keanu Reeves. Regardless of whether you like his acting or not, the dude's 100% legit. He wouldn't have taken that movie if he wasn't willing to shank a sumbitch who hurt an animal or a puppy or a cat or a dog. You know what I mean? So yes, Keanu, I have zero doubt, is an animal lover. With that being said, we have 2 minutes until 1 a.m. For those of you who don't have a watch, that is an hour past midnight. And so that means that we are getting at the end of the stream. Even though I've spent the last 3.5 hours smacking the hell out of this pumpkin, I promise I am making progress. And when we come back to this Wednesday night, it'll be time, I stumbled over time. It'll be time to carve us a pumpkin of epic proportions. Right now, it looks like a weird wedding cake on crack, but I'm going to make it look better. We are going to make a pumpkin, and we're going to be proud of this. I'm very excited about it. So people in the back, the charity stream will be Wednesday the 23rd, and I would be very excited if you would come. Again, even if you can't afford to donate, say hi, click like, share it to your socials. Just hang out and play games with us. The more people that are here, the more likely YouTube will put that stream in front of the eyes of other people, and maybe that's just somebody who'll be able to donate money. You don't have to donate money to have a huge effect on not only a charity stream, but a charity in general. There's a lot of things you can do. It would be awesome if you'd participate in whatever way you can do. Okay? That said, we are at the 1 minute mark. So I am going to call this a stream. It is time to call it a day. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so there are no streams on Tuesday, but you can expect 1, but more likely 2 tutorials up tomorrow. Maybe a secret third one if I can get it done. No promises. Hello, Patches. We have some tutorials coming up tomorrow. And then, oh, look at all these kitties. They're all hanging out. They don't love me. They just love my treats. Almost made a dirty joke. I caught myself. No streams tomorrow, but I'll be back Wednesday, and we'll be streaming for 3 hours in our Let's Build server, finishing up or working towards finishing our boat race. And then we'll be back at 6 p.m. until midnight. 6 fat, hot, delicious hours of Onlydraven carving a pumpkin. It looks square right now. I promise it's going to look better. Okay? Thank you all for coming by and hanging out with me today. I love every single one of you. If you haven't yet, be sure to click like. If you're not subscribed, be sure to hit subscribe. If you're not a member of our membership program, click the join button. Find out what that's all about. It might be something you're interested in. It's a great way to support the channel, while at the very, very same time, it's a way to get yourself a bunch of really cool perks and benefits that you might genuinely enjoy. If you're not the type of person who wants to sign up for a monthly thing, you can go to down in the description of all my streams and videos. There is a link where if you'd like to donate directly towards the channel and its support, you can do so. Every single bit matters. If you donate a single dollar, I love you to death. I appreciate your support of the channel very, very much. But that said, I'm going to call it a day. Very special thank you to all of my members. who've supported this channel for a very long time. Your continued support helps grow this channel in ways you cannot begin to understand. And an extra special thank you to my moderators for all the very, very hard work that they do and help keeping me on the straight and narrow and trying to keep me from swearing so much. I'm not good at that, but I promise I'm working on it. And for the rest of you, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Say hello. Message me on Snapchat if you know what I'm talking about. And I hope you all have yourselves a very wonderful evening. I will see you all very, very soon on Wednesday. But sooner, hopefully on our Discord channel. Okay? You all have a wonderful night. See you all again very coming by.